And I get pizza tonight for supper.
Oh, nice. And where did Discord go? There you are. You're good. Okay, and let's fade out Journey here. Hi, Gingy.
She's been looking for you.
She was waiting for me. Yeah. I know she's going to stream after us, so.
Right. Well, doesn't she usually do that on Mondays when she can?
Sometimes she streams before us. Last time she streamed before us and then came and joined us. But this time, I think it's going to be better because when she streams later, she's getting the house cut up, and Chris comes home tonight. Cringy comes home tonight, and he can watch the kids. So,
right.
All right, let's pull this down here. There we go.
Family things.
Family things. So my big news for today, I bought a third 3D printer. Okay, this one's just a tiny one, and it's going to sit right about here. There's a little shelf right here, and it'll fit on that shelf, and I'll be able to print right there.
Okay.
And they were 41% off. How do you?
Oh, so like in the room you're in now, you mean?
Yeah, in the room I'm in now. Like
in the room you're in now?
Yeah, right here. Just behind me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It should fit on that 18.
For those prints you need really quickly, or?
Well, actually, it's more for the times when I don't want to go downstairs and don't want to run up and down the stairs because my feet are bothering me.
Right.
Because the break that I had last year still bothers me sometimes quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. No.
And I thought, you know what?
Well, and you've got to be getting arthritis in that.
Oh, yeah. It's not nice. Plus, I thought it'll be great for the kids when they're over, because they're coming over this weekend. I don't know that it'll be here by this weekend, but they're coming over this weekend. And for them to just watch a little print as it's creating right there, right?
Right, for sure.
It'll be fun. So she's working on...
We actually bought a new TV.
Oh, there you go.
The one in the living room was starting to have some flickers, and it's like, wow.
Gotcha.
We were at Costco. It was like $1,000, but it was like $300 off. And we had a gift card as well. So, I mean, we figured we need it. Why don't we just buy it?
Yeah, that brings it down to 300 plus your gift card, or 700 plus your gift card.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah, that's a good deal.
It was there was quite a bit on the gift card, so it didn't cost us very much, to be honest.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I returned that snowblower that didn't work, so.
Oh, good. Yeah, Misha and I were talking today, and he goes, "Oh, what did you start?" What? I didn't start nothing. What I do? I didn't do nothing. And then he says, he showed me the website, and he goes, I'm thinking of getting a new 3D. Now he for the past 6 months or so, he said, you don't need another printer. You got 2 already. Why do you need another? He has 2 printers as well. Oh, you are buffering. Oh, you locked right up there for a second.
Okay, now I got you. Yeah, everything just went. I mean, now I'm getting the spin, but.
Oh yeah.
It's gone now, but I didn't get anything. It just went quiet.
Yeah, that's because you're buffering. You're stuttered. You kind of went quiet there for a second too.
It must have restarted totally because I got a welcome to the chat room again. So I must have somehow gone out and come back in.
Well, yeah, not quite there at that, but hey, Epic. So yeah. Okay. So it's the FIFA World Cup, right?
Oh, yes.
Well, my cursed product this week is for the FIFA World Cup. Would you like to see it? I'm dying to show you.
Well, let's have at her. That's
It's the Flop Stop Ultra Grip Anti-Drama Spray. Because gravity isn't that strong. May cause actual
nice.
soccer to occur. I had fun with this one.
You have to send me a copy of that.
Oh, absolutely.
I gotta send that to well, Michelle's daughter and her boyfriend moved over to England because he's from England.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I think they prefer to say UK, but anyways,
Yeah.
I've got to send him that. He's gonna find that so funny.
No problem. I'll read the side for you. It's
Okay,
clinically
sorry,
clinically proven to reduce theatrical collapse by 97%. May cause actual soccer to occur. Stops dives, rolls, and unnecessary screaming. Directions: shake vigorously. 2. Apply to limbs. 3. Play like a normal human.
That's awesome. I love that.
Right? I had fun with this one.
Such a good one.
I had fun with this
like
one.
you're right.
There's such drama
Soccer
queens.
going on.
I thought it was the perfect timing.
Oh my God. I mean, basketball is pretty bad too.
Yeah, it can be. I did another one, another more cartoony one over here on the other side. And there's a butterfly that hit him and he went down. Hey, Shell.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so the butterfly did so much damage that he's crying.
Where's the butterfly?
On his knee. Here, wait. I'll make it bigger for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a little guy on his knee. See right there.
I do see it actually now. Actually, send me that one too.
Oh, no problem.
I will share those.
Here, I can send them to you right here in we have a chat on the side, so I'll put it in the chat on the side. So that was my.
But you're sending that.
Oh, do you want me to send it on Facebook?
You're sending it on Messenger, right?
Oh, I can definitely. I'll send it here though, because then I can take it off and pull it onto Messenger. So I'll put it here, and there's also I also did more.
Like more for soccer?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I did another one, and let's just open the third one right away. Boom. This is the squad strength anti-drama arsenal. Oh, let's send these guys so they can see you. And then close that. There you go. You're back. And I'll make this guy big so we can read it. Cover our faces. Who cares? Oh, let's do this and this. So we've got Captain Collapse, the Drama Defender, the Goalie of Grief, Sir Scream-a-Lot, Sir Scream. I can't see what it says there. We've got Midfield Meltdown, the Bench Blubber, 1 and 2. So, spray before kickoff, proving chaos before attack. Prevent chaos. It's supposed to be prevent. I don't know why they spelled that wrong. Prevent chaos before halftime. So we've got the whole squad worth of with a flop stop.
That's good.
So I had fun with that because I'm not.
That looks like it was a lot of fun.
like I don't have a problem with soccer, but I find it a little bit, well, hey, let's go right into it. Exasperating. It
It
irritates me.
is. Yeah, well, that whole thing of it, right?
Yeah. That I think that's the worst part of the whole thing is professional soccer is just so dramatic, right?
Yeah.
So, welcome to the World Cup. This is Canada, and yeah, we're about this polite. Stop with your flopping.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I don't
anyways,
get it. I don't understand why that's such a thing, because I mean, basically everyone knows you're faking it.
yeah, well, they try to draw the penalty. That's the biggest thing. They want that penalty. It's what they're aiming for.
Well, but the thing is, especially, but I mean, at midfield or anything, I mean, they just get the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that big of an advantage.
Well, getting the ball can be that advantage. It can be enough of an advantage that it turns the tide of the game just to have possession.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's also a 90-minute game, right? I
Yeah.
mean, so
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to happen a lot. So you're going to get lots of free kicks in the game, and I mean, generally you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get an extra call out of it. I mean, like you're going to get the ball anyways because there was a foul, right?
Yeah.
What are you accomplishing by trying to make it worse?
I have no
I
idea.
guess that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah. I never understood it either because I look at the football in Europe, and then I look at football here where they're crashing into each other, or rugby in Australia. I love rugby.
right?
So,
That's a
well, hey,
totally different game.
well, hell, even but I mean, if we're looking at sports that are contact versus sports that are non-contact, why do you I mean, like you said, basketball too. It's a non-contact sport, just like basketball or
Right.
football, and yet they are overly dramatic, looking for the call. So, anyways, there we go. That's
There you
out of the
go.
way. So yeah, we decided that we were going to put stainless steel behind the oven. So I ordered
Oh,
some.
right. Okay.
So I ordered stainless steel for the back from Amazon, and it arrived today with a. I'll send you a picture. Um, with a warp in it, and I'm going, why? Like, just why?
Mhm.
So, I don't want to send you a memory. Like, I mean, there you go. Like, I could probably bend it out, but at the same time, I'm looking. I bought something that's new that shouldn't have a bend, right? And you can't always bend
Right.
them 100%. So it was enough of a bend that it pissed me off. So I sent it back,
Well,
and
and it's like you said, you're buying something new, so why would you?
and if something happens
I mean,
where
if you did something by accident, then so be it. You fix it and put it up. But
yeah, but if next time if it comes with a little bend in it, I might just have them give me a credit for damage.
right, right.
So because
Yeah.
I got a construction adhesive, I got what else do I have? I bought some extra isopropyl alcohol, which is good because I need isopropyl alcohol for my printers too, because that's what I clean the print bed off with. In between prints, before, like, I wash it every so often, but in between prints I'll spray it with alcohol. So that'll be good. And then I got some TSP to clean the wall off really good from oil and so forth. So I've got almost everything I need. And now the whole plan was just to paint back there in the first place. And
Right.
then we thought, this would be easier to clean. It'll look nice. Um, and it's just one less thing to have to try and work in behind. I mean, once I get it up there with the Gorilla Glue, it sets in like 30 seconds. Then I screw the screws in on each corner, and it should be good to go, right?
Well, and having something easier to clean is never a bad idea.
Never a bad idea. So
Oh, hey. Oh, go ahead. You finish.
no, that's fine. I was just gonna just say, so we did that, and we're planning on moving the freezer actually upstairs behind the door. So we're doing a lot of rearranging in the kitchen right now, just because running downstairs to get stuff for Mrs. Doe especially is getting hard.
Yes.
So her knees just aren't taking it anymore. For me, when on a good day, I can run up and down the stairs multiple times. That's not a
Right.
problem. But and it's just my foot. When my foot's really bothering me, that's what stops me. And it's hard to decide how bad you're feeling in the morning after just waking up, right? Because that's when you usually want to start a print.
Right.
So
Well, I mean, for the work, the yard work I did yesterday, I thought I would be more sore than I am today. So I consider that a win.
yeah, yep. Honestly, for the yard work I did this morning, I thought I'd be more sore, but especially since yesterday and the day before, I took morphine to sleep, and I haven't taken that in
Mm.
months. Yeah. Well, my neck went out of alignment, and it was
Oh,
bothering me. It was bothering my right side, like it was causing some sort of weird calamity on my right side. So my shoulder blade felt like it was exploding out of my back, for lack of a better word.
yeah.
No, I didn't. Hey, Miss Wolf. So, uh, yeah, I decided this morning I felt pretty good, but I also had this brain thing that was going on. Like, you got to get this stuff taken care of. You got to get this stuff taken care of.
Oh, yes.
There's that type A that just can't let it go.
Well, I mean, I still struggle with that because, like, especially if I do have a flare up, it's like, well, yeah, okay, I hurt and everything, but that doesn't get that done. Like that,
Exactly.
whatever you're planning still has to be done, right?
Exactly.
So, hey, before I forget, what was on that Oilers uh, print I was going to get you to do? What's the diameter we decided on?
I don't remember.
Do you remember?
Not offhand, no.
I didn't write it down.
I would have to bring it up and look at it.
Not a big deal. When you do, because what I have decided that I'm going to actually make a different birdhouse.
Okay.
I'm actually going to do a round one. So I just want to make sure I have the measurements correct.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Are they getting aggressive, Miss Wolf? Betas get aggressive, so. So yeah, so that's what's going on around here. The now Mrs. Doe, her final day is Friday this week at work.
Right.
So
Oh, final day.
final day. Yeah,
Oh, like she'll be done.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the end of her term. So she has a lot of plans to like we're gonna clean out all the drawers and get stuff put away properly because we got to get rid of a got to get rid of a china cabinet.
Right.
We got a new cart for the air fryer. And then we're moving the the freezer from the basement upstairs. So it's a big
That's a
job.
while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus finishing up
Well,
the
especially getting the freezer upstairs.
yeah. Well, we'll wait until it wears down, and then bring it up.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm not carting up
That
all the
still
food.
doesn't make, well, no, but, well, I mean, even if you were, just carry the food up separately, but I mean,
Yeah.
that's still, I mean, I understand it, not one of those old school heavyweight freezers, but still, there's some weight to it.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I've got a wheel dolly that I'll use, and I'll have my son
Right.
come over and pull it up, and I'll
I was
stay
gonna
at the
say,
bottom.
yeah, that's what you,
Yeah, I'm not pulling it up.
no, goodness, no.
Child labor for food. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still not liking asking for extra help and stuff, but I'm at
It,
least starting to learn to. It's tough.
it's hard. It really is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard, especially when you're not near people that could help you, right? Like you're not close to your kids either. Like in
Right.
for like either one of them to come over and just give you a hand doing stuff. It's the same way. Well,
Right.
like I mean, our son is here, but he's always so busy doing what he's doing, right? Like always.
Right. For sure. Yep.
So, but and as much as Gingy and Cringy come out and help, they are still 40 minutes away. So,
Yeah. I mean, well, my kids are only an hour away,
yeah,
or well, from their house, it'd be a little, probably more like a little over an hour and a half. But the reality is, if you don't do it all, like if you don't do it all in one day, it's not that far.
yeah, yeah.
But I mean, I don't consider it that far for us. Sorry, let me clarify. Um, it's a little more for them with the two little ones.
Yes. Well, and that's exactly it, right? When when Gingy or Cringy come here, the little ones are really well behaved, so it's not really a big deal. Plus, they're very helpful. Like Lynn is starting to get to that point where she just wants to help. She actually gave Gingy heck the other day that she was trying to do something and said, "Why didn't you call me?" Which was very sweet, very sweet.
Yeah, Addie's really good that way too, but
Yeah,
Jensen not quite as much. But
yeah. Well, the boys are still younger, so
yeah, and they're boys.
and they're boys, yeah.
I mean,
So.
they got two strikes against them at the moment.
Well, that's the thing. Boys aren't always not helpful. Like, I mean, I put shingles on my dad's um, shed when he built it in 48 there, when he was over in 48 and he built that huge shed out back.
Oh yes, I do recall that.
Yeah, that was like, it was a 2-story shed. And I was up
Yeah.
on the roof in a windstorm putting shingles on it. Atta girl. Bobby, get your ass to work.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not all boys that aren't helpful, right?
No. And I mean, they have their moments too.
Yeah.
I just meant not as much as women or sorry, little girls. I mean, sorry.
And that's the nurturing nature of women in the first place, which presents in little
I
girls,
think
right?
so, yes.
Yeah.
Right,
They
exactly.
want to help, right?
Well, see, and that goes to lend to the whole topic. I mean, I know you and I have talked about it, but Michelle and I do as well. It's when we're born, it's and this, let's not go down this road, but I mean, you're born a boy or a girl, right?
Mr. Rogers said it.
Regardless of what some other people think, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. When you're born, you're a boy or a girl. I mean, they can argue their part after the fact, but you are.
And that's the key right there. You're biologically born a gender that has certain genetic traits built into it.
Right. And that's where I was going with it, actually,
Yeah,
is
I knew where you were going.
you're already going down that road anyways, because
Yeah,
that's just what we're born into.
yeah,
That's part of just the whole human nature thing, right?
exactly. I mean, genetics, you can't deny genetics simply because you don't feel like that. Um, the simple fact of the matter is there's a genetic code that like not everybody likes the same things, and not all boys like one thing and all girls like the other, but there's a genetic basis that predetermines that you will be predisposed to like have a 15% more muscle mass than females, or that you're more likely to have memories if you're female than male. So it's one of those things where there's genetic, and there are traits that are inherent in that too. And I think the mental traits are especially telling. uh Women are gentle, women are more, they were the nurturers for a reason, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah, because I mean, there are some women that are born strong and some men that are born weak.
yeah,
So it's not the strength thing is, I mean, there may be the percentages could be higher. I mean, well, they are higher one way or the other, but that doesn't mean that they're not the other way either.
no, no. So it's presenting as different than normal is not bad, or because there are tomboys and there are more feminine boys. I mean, just plain and simple. I mean,
Absolutely.
let's be honest. What do you think of when you think of musicals, right?
Fair
Keep it gay,
enough.
keep it
Yeah.
gay, keep it gay. Which I love that musical, by the way. I do. I love musicals.
Right.
Do I strike you as a feminine guy? No, but I love musicals.
Yeah. Well, there was one actually that Clint Eastwood was in.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they called it a musical. Oh, what was it called now? Ooh, he was a soldier. Oh, an injured soldier that I'm sure that's what it was. Oh,
Well, I got to look it up now.
I thought you might. That's why I didn't make an effort. Because you'll also do it quicker than me, so. Oh yeah, so Michelle's daughter flew back home from the UK for a quick little visit. And so long story short, she came out for a visit here, and then Michelle was driving her home. So while she was there, we now buy the Vern's uncooked pizza and then
Oh,
cook it at home.
well, there you go.
Works great. Works great. I mean, I don't know. I think you get it for like $6 or $8 cheaper.
And that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it
Paint your
works better for
bags.
us, right? Because like she drives brings it home for a little over an hour. This way we got it hot and fresh and don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, it works out pretty good. I mean, I'm sure every place would do that for you.
Classic Western comedy musical. Yeah, it's called Paint Your Wagon.
Paint Your Wagon. Yes, I
Yeah.
do recall that because and
I
because
think
obviously I've watched it.
I think I've even seen this. I'm going to look for it again just so I can watch it again.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep. There's a guy that's been acting for quite a while, eh?
Oh yeah. Still going strong too. Like, I
And they
mean,
say, yeah,
it's you think about him and then you think about another action star, like and the one that comes to mind is Bruce Willis. Now Bruce Willis, his story
I
is
was thinking him too. Yeah.
his story is tragic.
Yep. Well, I mean, I know about it, but what is the disease called?
I can't remember. I can look it up though. I don't know that Stream
Oh,
heard
no,
that.
it's
I
not
heard
that
it,
big a
but
deal. And what is it? It takes away his ability to speak is one of them, right?
yeah, his ability to think, to speak, frontotemporal dementia,
Oh, wow.
a
Okay.
progressive
Well, any
neuro.
dementia is bad.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know that I gotta add sound alerts. I think I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna have to figure that out later. I don't think Stream heard that sound alert, but I did. Anyways, yeah,
What'd you sound alert for?
it was Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't think he did. I'm gonna turn it off. It's just real quick here. Because I didn't see anything coming through, so edit panels. We'll just remove that for now. Boom, there we go. Good enough. That is no longer, it should be no longer available. Nope, gone. There we go. After work, but still at work, lurk? Okay, no problem, Ms. Dope. Hi, Ms. Dope. So yeah, it's a progressive neurodegenerative disease that primarily affects communication, behavior, and motor skills rather than memory. And aphasia is the inability or the diminished ability to speak. March of 2022, he stepped away from acting.
right.
And then the family confirmed it. You know, I feel horrible for him.
Yeah.
I really liked him as an actor. He was funny. He was an action. You know, Fifth Element is absolutely one of my favorite movies of all time. But
That was a good one.
yeah.
Well, he started out on Moonlight, didn't he?
Oh, what was his first one?
I thought he started out on TV and moonlighting.
I think he was acting before that. Let's just have a peek here. Bruce Willis. And then, of course, there's the ever popular Christmas movies, Die Hard.
Oh yes, I know you go that way. That is so funny.
Let's see. Oh,
I think it's just a hilarious discussion that goes on. To be honest.
oh yeah, absolutely. And that's why I go there, right?
Yeah.
But for me, it just doesn't. Oh yeah. See, he started in movies in 1980. In
What
a
was?
The movie was called The First Deadly Sin.
Is it showing moonlighting on there?
I'm getting up. I don't remember exactly when that was, but Sunset, Roseanne. Moonlighting, 66 episodes from 1985 to 1989. So yeah. And that was a big one. I think
But I think
that one.
he must not have been doing too much seriousness before that, because generally people in the middle of their popularity don't go do a TV show.
Well, he did Die Hard in 1988.
Yeah, that was after Moonlighting.
Right in between, as a matter of fact. He was in an episode of
All
The
right, yeah,
Twilight
but
Zone.
okay, sorry.
He was in an
Right.
episode of The
But
Twilight
I
Zone.
thought they had commented that Moonlighting had helped accelerate his career.
Oh, I definitely think it did. Yeah. I think that was the kickoff point, because that started in 85, and before 85 he had only done four things. He did star in an episode of Miami Vice, though. He was a
Really?
courtroom
Know
observer in
that.
a, yeah.
Yeah, so he
Oh
was
yeah.
just kind of getting into it, and
Yeah, he was an
yeah,
extra
so
for,
because I thought I had heard Moonlighting was sort of his first big break.
yeah. I'm just looking through what his roles were in those. And Man Entering Diner and Extra in New York, Courtroom Observer. And then he was played an actual character, Tony Amato, in Miami Vice, and an actual character in Twilight Zone. And then he was in a music video, Sam Moore and Lou Reed, Soul Man. Wow.
Okay, so Moonlighting kind of was his first big one.
Yeah. Then he was a Seagram's model.
Hmm.
And then, 1987 came his first role as Return of Bruno, a TV movie. And then Blind Date.
Really?
And then he did his own music video called Respect Yourself.
Actually, I
Yeah.
remember Blind Date, actually.
Yeah.
That's with Kirstie Alley, right?
Let's have a peek. Blind Date with Bruce Willis and Kim Basinger. Big name.
Oh, that was close.
Not even close.
Okay, interesting.
Oh my God, that it had Phil
I know
Hartman
I
in.
know he did some cameos on Friends.
Yeah. We started to get everywhere. Armin Shimerman was in there in that movie, Blind Date. That's interesting.
Oh, I remember. I know. I don't remember much of it, but I do remember watching it.
Mm-hmm. I think I've seen it too, looking at the pictures here. But I've been a Bruce Willis fan for a long time.
Right.
So, like, prior to Moonlighting, I believe. So, yeah. But yeah, no, it's just one of those things where you look at Clint Eastwood, right? And he's
Right.
still mentally and physically at what, almost, how old is he now?
Oh, he's
My
in his
God.
90s, I think.
He
Like,
is.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in his 90s.
He's born on May 31st, 1930. Holy crap. 96.
Yeah, he's early 90s.
Yeah. 96. He's actually mid 90s. Like, he's on the downhill slope of 90s to 100.
Right.
But I mean, he's still.
Well, I know because my parents were born in 39, so.
Yeah. That's crazy. But you look at how much, they used to smoke, and they used to do all of this stuff, and here he is still at 96, right? And he doesn't look bad for 96. And you have to imagine that he's been through a lot of stuff. So,
Well, even just the smoking he did in his westerns, right?
yeah. But I mean, think about it. You grew up in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and 80s. All were smoking actually became. No, we're talking about. Got to keep up with the chat there. We're moved on to Clint Eastwood already. So those were predominant, and which was scary because back in the day, that doctors actually used to prescribe smoking. And
Oh, yeah.
that goes to show you how how science or money can dictate things, right? Oh, I thought you
Oh,
were listening
doctors.
though. I didn't know you weren't
I
listening.
mean, doctors prescribe how it makes them get ahead in the whole thing, right?
Well, and what gets
Like,
me
I don't
is,
want to say it's so.
yeah, no. Oh,
Yeah.
you're washing your ass. Good, good. Wash your ass, people.
Yes.
Uh, it's kind of scary because you got to think they got some sort of kickback to prescribe stuff like that, and I'm sure they like what's with the um all the ADHD medication now.
Right.
Like everybody's got ADHD now. Everybody's on medication. Everybody's on anxiety meds. You know, and I'm
Well, and
going,
there's part of the problem I have with that whole thing is, and the people that aren't on it that should be.
yeah, and that or the people that are on it that shouldn't be. Oh yeah, I'm
Right.
not saying it's not a valid thing, and I'm just saying that the doctors seem to be over prescribing for a lot of things
Right.
like ADHD. There's a lot of kids who don't have ADHD, and I like the show Everwood for that. It presented a case specifically. It was about a famous neurosurgeon that went to a small town after his wife died to just treat patients rather than be aloof and above them. So he's treating this kid, and um, they're the parents are getting threatened that if they don't put him on ADHD medications, you know, he can't come to school or daycare or whatever it was. And then
Right.
this
Yes.
and then this doctor is watching him, and you know he doesn't have ADHD. He's just a hyper kid. He's a 5-year old. Let him be a 5-year old.
Well, I joke about that lots because you consider how many kids in our day would have been on medication if they were doing the same thing now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I mean, there's also different doses and everything, right?
Oh yeah. It's a huge thing,
Like,
but like anything.
I, I honestly, I truly believe I could have used a small dose when I was young and in school. I mean, I don't think I
Possibly.
need it now, but I would have been a way better student. And
Well, and you know, there's cases in college where people will take ADHD medication to help them focus, right? Even though they don't need it.
I would call that misuse personally.
Absolutely. And that's kind of what my point is, right? Is there's a lot of misuse, and pharmaceuticals, you have to be careful because I mean, I didn't expect when I was on all the medication I was on, I didn't expect my liver to start going. And as soon as I
Oh,
knew what the consequences were, I said, no, screw that shit. I mean, it's not easy, and I like I said, I took morphine 2 nights in a row just so I could sleep, and I feel better for it, and that's a good thing. But
but
um,
you also kind of know what you're doing though too.
sorry, you cut out there.
Oh, I said, I mean, you've got experience with this. You kind of do know what you're doing.
Oh, absolutely, I do. Yeah. So, and I'm stubborn enough to
I
stay
mean,
off it.
you went off it so you wouldn't become addicted, right?
I wasn't worried about addiction really. Um, for chronic
Oh,
pain
okay.
sufferers, it's more about dependence, and that dependence is just the pain relief that you get when you're on medication.
Oh,
Now there are people
for
who
sure.
do get
Okay, yeah.
addicted, and that's the problem comes when when they give these high potency medications to people who are suffering short-term injuries, and they give them too much, then once they start to feel better and they're still taking the same amount of medication, it just starts to feel good, right? I don't have to worry about
Right.
that because my pain never goes away. So addiction was never really a worry of mine. I understand, like, I get
Right.
why
Okay.
people start drinking or, self-medicate or get addicted to medication or dependent on medication when they're in pain. I totally understand that.
Right.
But addiction comes when the pain's gone and you still crave the medication.
Right. Oh, for sure. Um, but there again, it's a little different for you because you're in constant pain.
Exactly. So I
Yeah.
understand wanting to take the medication, but I also understand I'm also stubborn enough to say no. And I did it for 2 days before it kind of got a little bit too much and I just had to sleep.
Right. Right.
So,
But I mean, well, but I mean, you take it for a couple days, but then you stop again. I guess that's what I mean by your experience. And um,
yeah,
because if you had an addiction to it, you'd go, oh, or had an addictive personality, you'd go, wow, like that's so much easier.
it is. Well, and it is easier. Let's be honest, it is.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I've had the 30 pills that I have, and I put them in my safe, right? Like I have them as a safe so that,
Right. Good idea.
yeah. Um, so I've had for 2.5 years, I've had 30 pills and I still have over half of them left.
Right. Yeah.
So
So, yeah, you're fine.
that tells you how much I use them. Yeah, no, I don't like to use them if I don't have to.
Well, I've really only started like when I have my flare ups, I never used to take anything at all.
Yeah.
And still lots of times I don't. But Michelle will be saying to me, she's like, well, why don't you just take some Tylenol? I'm like, well, it's not really going to help. So, like, why would I put extra stuff into my body when it just doesn't really?
Well, and
But there are some
technically,
times where the flare-ups are really bad and I will take some. And it's not that it makes it better, but it at least numbs the pain so I can sleep.
it takes the edge off, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
I mean,
supposed to be on Tylenol.
it's kind of a different level than you, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of the same idea.
Oh no, that's actually what I take for pain relief sometimes too. I'm supposed to be on daily doses of Tylenol just for my arthritis, but I don't. So I deal with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, I don't, I do have, I take one pill for my arthritis every second day. And the new injection I have, do I ever love it? Because it's every second week.
Oh, that's all right. What was it before?
And
Once a month?
well, no. It was a different medication. Like, I mean, like a different name, a different product kind of thing. I started out once a week, moved me up to every 5 days.
Oh wow.
And, and then kind of like, well, maybe this isn't the one for you. So let's try this one. And this one is every second week.
See, and that's the appropriate measure, right? It's a matter of the doctor
And
paying
so far, it
attention.
seems to be doing really well.
Good.
She seems to really care, to be honest.
That's what matters.
Yeah.
And paying attention to the patient. That's where we are hoping that we can get a new doctor here come October.
Right.
There's not a lot, but our clinic is getting a new doc. The clinic that we've been at for forever is getting a new doctor, and we're hoping that because the doctor that we were moved into previously, he just doesn't seem to have that caring nature. Like, he didn't believe Melody at all at one point. and I apparently he has a problem with women, and so
that's a problem.
yeah. Well, it's the nature of the culture he comes from, right? Where women are looked at as a
Oh,
second class citizen. So
gotcha. Okay.
yeah, it wasn't until I started going in with her that she got better treatment.
Uh, uh, that was that, and that was so nice of you for you to put that, Bob.
What do you mean?
Well, with the comes from a culture that where women are
Looked at
a lower
differently,
class,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
Well, the way
apparent
we look at it is, we kind of view it as they're treating them as a lower class.
yeah. Yeah. Welcome back. And that's just not appropriate. And you know,
Yeah, well, no.
apparently I guess I'm scary. I've been
Oh,
I've been told I'm scary. That
yeah.
I don't get it because I'm a pretty friendly guy, right? So I don't think of myself as scary. I know I'm a big guy and I'm imposing and stuff like that, but you can see it. You saw
I don't
Melody said you could see his
I don't think
demeanor
it's your
change.
size that intimidates people, Bob.
No,
No, I don't think it's your size at all. Well, that doesn't hurt. Let's not kid ourselves. Like, but the reality is most people, so many more people nowadays, like just having someone confront them.
oh,
And
I don't
you
confront people in
confront
a
them,
bad way,
but you also, you don't, but you also confront them with facts.
and I am straightforward. Yeah. So I mean, it just
And you're
it's
straightforward about it. So trust me, that's one of the things I love about you. About anybody. It's like, no, I want you to be truthful. I want you to be like, I'm okay. I'm a big boy. Like what you say might hurt me now, but I know I'm going to be better for it
but let me think
tomorrow,
about
the
it.
next day, and on.
Yeah,
Right?
give me time to think about it. That's the thing,
Yeah.
and that's the
And I
whole point
realize
here.
lots of times it's like it should be, but yeah, but we talk about that lots too. Like most people don't look at their lives that way and
No,
don't. I look at it as I'm trying to make myself better, right?
yeah, and I think we when we did the mottos one, um, there was one that we came across that was do what you know till you know better, and then do better.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and I appreciate that one because that was that's kind of how I live my life. That's I'll do my best until I know better, and then I'll do better if I can.
Well, I kind of joke, but it's like, I'm really trying to be a nice person. I really am. But some people just make it so darn tough to be nice.
Oh, I know. It's hard to go out and people. It's hard.
It is. I want to do it less and less.
Yeah.
That's such a bad thing to say, but I just like, but what I'm learning too, though, as we're talking about that, is because I've always said this, or well, I've started to as we got on, I say it to Michelle, and it's like, just find the people you're happy being around and then be around them.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like, why be
that's the
around
way to
people
if you can, that's
that
the
you
way
don't
to
like
live your
or that
life.
cause you?
But when you work retail, you
No.
can't do that.
Well, oh, trust me, I'm in the same boat.
I know. I know.
I face people every day, all day long.
And honestly, it is a great thing. People, like I said last time, people should pay me to stay at home. I am not friendly. I will bite. I'm actually going to get a thing for my like I got a sling bag. Instead of wearing a belt pouch, I wear a sling pouch to over my shoulder to carry my stuff in. Now I find it
Mhm.
more convenient. I'm gonna get one of those dog things that says "not friendly, do not touch." Oh yeah, peopling is not fun.
No.
And it's like they say,
And I think a lot of it is, and I mean, I'm not trying to be critical, but I guess I am. It's just some of the thoughts out there are just so out there. And I mean, I also understand that I've always said, you know what, if I don't fit in this situation, or if I'm in the minority of something, it's like, okay, I understand, I'll back away. And I'm okay with that. I'll just back away from people. It's all good.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean, I'm certainly not antisocial. Um, I would say I'm more introverted than extroverted. But I mean, it's not that I hate people generally. I just hate stupid people.
you remember what I used to be like, right? I was an extrovert. Like I was out
Yeah,
there. But
yeah,
yeah, no, I've definitely changed. But I mean, it's a
yeah.
forced change that comes with chronic illness, which is hard in
Yes.
itself because you have that desire to still be the
But you're
extrovert.
still out there because you're extroverted on the computer though.
Oh yeah, I absolutely get silly and do all sorts of crazy stuff online, and that's the best part.
Right, right. Well, you can do that without being around people. So
Yes,
it does it. I think you probably feel better online because you know no one's going to touch you. Like no one's in your space, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, it
It's a
makes sense. I get it. It's
and that's why we use because not going out is much more comfortable for me. That's why we use social media and well, not necessarily social media so much as Twitch. Twitch is a great way to get together with people, talk with people, have fun with people, be that extrovert that I usually am, and still
right,
maintain a
right,
safety. You know, if I have to,
right. Like, see, I was going to say, I still think you're extroverted. It just, or sorry, your personality is still an extrovert.
yep,
You just don't go out of the house due to your situation.
yeah, it's situational introversion.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, but it's also for your own sanity, right?
Nowadays it is definitely, and I think it's getting. I used to give a lot of grace and a lot of um I didn't care what other people did as much. But it seems to be getting that
Right.
people are doing stupider and stupider things. And they're starting to
I
get
agree.
in my face. It's starting to become right
Right.
in my face. Like when that girl stole that drink. I mean, what kind of stupid is that? That was right in my face. Like he was right there. And I just honestly just yeah, I'm at the point where I'm just going to start calling people out. What do I care? I'm old. I'm senile.
Yeah. Well,
Here, fuck around
yeah.
and find out.
I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not quite there yet. I'm not sure what I would have done in that situation, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Well, I wanted to make her feel uncomfortable. I wanted to show what she did. I wanted to, but then you got to remember, I used to security, right? So
Right.
understanding that alone would be effective. Just it
Right.
didn't get him his drink back, but I did tell the cashier that his drink was stolen, and I watched her
Right.
do it, and so he got another drink. So the
Didn't
company can
matter,
bite it for
really.
that. Yeah.
Oh, for that, for sure. And you know what? The little bit of discomfort you gave her, I think is still pretty awesome.
I hope she learned something from it. That's honestly, if anything, I hope she learned that people don't just sit around and put up with shit. Because I
Right.
think honestly,
Well,
that's what a
hopefully
lot of people see is people get away with shit because there's no one who will actually stand up and say anything. And
people are very complex.
well, they're very, oh, it's not my business, not my monkey, not my zoo, right? Which is fine to a point. But that becomes dangerous if we take that too far, because what happens in society, and you're seeing it now, is people won't even take out their phones and they'll record a fight or something like that rather than step in or rather than protect somebody, right?
Well, yes, but I think a point to that though, like you remember back in the day, like in our day, sorry, like guys would fight over something and then go back into the bar and have a drink together.
A totally different thing, yeah.
Like,
But I'm talking
I mean,
about
but the thing is, you could fight, and it was just a fight.
and just get it out of your system.
Nowadays, just get it out of your system. But nowadays, people have got knives and people have guns, and it's like, I can honestly understand why some people would be a little hesitant.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's I'm not even blaming them that they're doing that, but what we've done by allowing, well, first off, not allowing people to have defensive weapons, trustworthy people to have defensive weapons, and we know who trustworthy people are. I mean, the government knows who trustworthy people are. They've given them licenses.
Well, and that's another thing. Like, so everyone's all up in arms about all these, so many shootings in the US. And you look at some of them, and it's like, the problem was the stores that sold the gun didn't follow the proper procedures.
Or there
That's how
was
the
no,
guns are getting in people's hands.
or there was no
Not the
store
law,
involved. Yeah, or there was
or
no
there was
store
no store
involved.
involved.
So
Right. But either way, so it's like, hold on a second. Before you start complaining about it not working, maybe they should be enforcing the paperwork side of it.
yeah, well, there's a whole system in place, right? And you understand that um, there is a system, but evil people will always find a way to get around the system.
Absolutely.
Evil will
Yeah.
always try to find a way to hurt people. That's what evil does.
That's what evil is.
That's what evil is, right? And we
Cause
have to,
chaos and for no, and the thing is, for no particular reason either.
yeah,
It's just evil's evil.
yeah.
They do it because they can.
And the thing is, what they've done is by taking away people's ability to defend themselves appropriately in some places, um in some states in Canada and stuff like that, is they've made it more dangerous for you to be just a citizen. I mean,
Yes.
look at a farmer in Saskatchewan, right? He had to shoot
Oh,
somebody who
yes.
was, yeah, and we know the story because that's what it happened here. He was acquitted, thankfully, and he should have been. There's no reason that, and I do love that that they're starting to talk about castle doctrine, and they're starting to talk about. There was a shooting last night about 2-3 hours away. Yeah, yeah. But you know, we hear about these mass shootings and stuff like that, and where do they happen? They happen where guns aren't allowed because that's where they're
Oh,
safest
yes.
to go and do it. They're
Yeah, you're
not going to
talking
go.
schools.
Yeah, they're not going to go somewhere that has like a let's say a bar that has a policy of conceal. You know, there's some restaurants and bars down in the States that say, you know, we encourage you and we like that you have it. Just keep it concealed unless you need it, and then we hope you'll shoot responsibly. You
Yeah.
know,
Well,
which
and
that
that's the
is
theory behind the whole thing, right?
that is the whole point, right? And that gets back to my whole thought about my whole belief system on policing, right? Because I believe in
Mm.
the Robert Peel model of policing, which is the people are the police and the police are the people. The police are the only ones given full-time pay to do the job, but that's incumbent on every citizen. And I've always believed that.
Okay.
I've always believed that we need to look out for each other. We need to protect each other because there's always that evil out there.
There always will be, unfortunately. I bet.
Oh, good stuff, Gingy.
I mean,
Yeah, and there will be. Cringy gets to come home. The coworker that he's
Nice.
covered shifts for came in a little early
Right.
for him. So there's
Now
always those.
that's a good coworker right there.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean for both of them.
yeah,
Like he helped the guy out, but he understands to repay it. That's
yeah.
pretty cool. Awesome.
So yeah,
Oh,
I,
but you were talking about the police there. So remember we were talking about perception versus reality last week.
right.
And I thought about it a little bit. It's like, I mean, this is too big. We're going to continuously talk about it. But so I thought back when I was young, what was a perception that I had versus what reality was? And I took the one, like people in power, I assumed were just there because they were good people and um, they were doing the right thing. But we've learned that just because people are in charge doesn't mean they're good people.
Doesn't mean they're good, and doesn't mean they're trying to do the best for other people.
Right.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Um, and we see that more and more recently, where people in authority are overstepping their bounds. And
Well, more and more. I think we're seeing it more and more and
oh
on
yeah,
multiple different levels now.
yeah, absolutely. But you have to remember those in authority, um, they have force they are literally in charge of the force that can be used against you. You see the problem?
Right.
And that's where
And it that's on a couple different levels too.
the Second Amendment in the United States is so good, because that second amendment was to prevent overzealous governments from doing things that would harm the people.
Right. Who brought that in, by the way?
The Second Amendment?
Yeah.
Let's find out. I don't know. I'm not that much of
And
a
what I mean by who was thinking so far ahead that said, no, we have to protect from this? Because I tell you, that's brilliant. It really is. I mean, that's part
It
of
is.
our biggest problem right now, right? Is government taking too much? Well, how about just taking too much?
Yeah. James Madison was the principal author who refined various state proposals to the final text draft in 1791. 1791. Now, you have to remember that the states had, when they went against British rule, and they um, had the Civil War against the Brits, or the War of
The
1812,
English.
the English. Yeah, they understood
Didn't they
how.
refer to them as the English? Or,
Yeah, they were English. You have
yeah,
to
the
remember
English
that.
are coming. The English are coming.
Yep, they had understood and experienced tyranny already, so they understood that governments could get that way. And the forefathers of
Oh,
the um, the Constitution in America saw that and understood. Like, we think, oh, they were old and they didn't know any better and stuff like that, but they had wisdom that we don't seem to have anymore.
well, and it was some of that wisdom just listening to what the people were telling them.
And foreshadowing, seeing that this could happen again, where the American people, the redcoats, yeah, where the American people could be forced under tyranny to do something against their will, and for them to be unable to defend themselves, which is, okay, let's be honest. Let's go right back down to human rights. What is the first human right we have? It's to protect ourselves. That's it. That is the first human right we should have.
Oh, should have. Yes, I was going to
Yes.
say we
Well,
don't have that right.
Well, here's the thing. Governments can either protect rights, which the Second Amendment does, or they can oppress them, which Canadian government has done by all of their gun ban nonsense.
Right.
you know, because, and, you always have to be worried about what a government is going to do once they start disarming their citizens, because we've seen it in history over and over and over, and
Well, even if you take away the arming thing, is when you try to make your opponent weaker, you're trying to defeat them. Plain and simple. That's the game.
so that you can do whatever you want to them. And that's
Right.
the problem.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, in political terms, yes. But I mean, you think about it in chess, that's what you're doing. You're trying to make your opponent more weak so you can defeat them.
Yeah. Yeah. You take away
Yeah,
all their
make your
defenses. Yeah.
opponent- But we shouldn't be the opponent.
No. Well, that's the thing. If we're working together, and especially becomes especially true with a government and its citizens, right? A government should never be so oppressive that the citizens need to feel like that this is an option, and it starts to become an option
Right.
when the government says, "Well, no, you can't have this," because that means they're going to do something that you might want to shoot them for.
That's actually funny. But we also live in a country where our government like forces us to be separated, like East versus West.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
divide
absolutely.
and conquer, right?
Yeah.
Divide and conquer. I mean,
Look at
that's how our government works, because that's how the voting system is set up.
yeah.
Oh, hey, speaking of which, I was going to ask you about this. So I was talking to a fella.
Oh, you are breaking
and
up again.
we were discussing how, oh, sorry. Well, we were discussing how the whole political thing is based on like the amount of people you have, right? Like it's
Right.
So, but he said, well, and I forget where he said, but he like somewhere far east, he goes, well, look out there. Look how many votes they get compared to how many people they have. And I went,
Yeah.
no kidding.
Their MP, they have an exorbitant, but that's the thing. They were stacked that way, specifically designed to promote liberalism out there, to have more liberal seats in liberal areas. That's why there's not as many out in Alberta or Saskatchewan. There's not as many seats as, say, a province like Newfoundland, who has half the population of Alberta, but has more Senate and MP seats. How does that make sense to you?
How is that possible?
It's not. It's the way it was divided. It was there's a thing called gerrymandering, and that's where they rearrange the map, the voting map, based on certain indicators. I don't know exactly how that works, but they changed it so that they added more seats by adding more regions, which is, it was done on purpose, specifically designed to limit the West. It really was. That's what it was done for.
Okay, well, and that's really all I was asking. It's like, so it's essentially wrong.
Absolutely, it's wrong.
Okay, good enough. That's not really the point I was trying to go towards, but
If it were up to me, each province would have the exact same number of MPs and the exact same number of Senate seats. That way, nobody could override one part of the country. If you equalize everything, if you make it all equal, if everybody's on the same playing field, then everybody gets a true voice. Right now, what we don't have in Canada is a true voice of the people.
no, not at all.
No.
Well, and that's funny. It's like, it's like the last two elections, I mean, the Conservatives had the popular vote.
Yeah, they've won both of both leaders. Even Andrew Scheer won the popular vote, but he did.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not that conservatives are unpopular. It's the way the system is set up, specifically designed to to work for the Liberals. And it's been
So essentially, like, so we're in bad shape the way people are thinking, like, wow,
and
okay.
there's a reason that the Liberal Party is called the Natural Governing Party of Canada. Okay, that's what they call themselves, and that's what they're considered. And they did that on purpose, and they rearranged things to make it so that they could be that way, because they got in and then they changed things.
Goodness.
Yeah, you don't realize that.
Did a light bulb ever just go off in my head? Well, sorry, another light bulb. If you want to make reference to light bulbs like that, it's getting very bright up there.
So yeah, there's a lot of things that were done that we don't even remember because they were done when we were still young and we didn't really pay attention as much, you know? So, and that's the problem.
Well, but I mean, questions are being asked now, at least.
Yeah. Well, you'd hope so.
Well, you know what? I'm starting to support Alberta more and more in my head.
Oh, I think an Alberta-Saskatchewan alliance would be great. A Western alliance almost needs to happen because you look at Quebec, look at everything that Quebec got just by the separatist vote, the two separatist votes that they had. They were given everything they wanted just to stay. Well, they don't produce as much as the West. So they're a net draw.
Well,
so if Saskatchewan,
they don't want to lose Alberta.
Well, they don't want to lose us either. I mean, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and BC are predominantly the ones that pay in. So,
right. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so a Western alliance, to have a Western alliance that would say, no, we're done with this Ottawa bullshit. Ottawa has been jacking us around, and let's be honest, since the wheat board debacles, we're getting into Canadian politics. I don't know if you know much about Canadian politics, but if you hear something, look it up. Don't be afraid to look it up. The wheat board was a monopoly that was used by the government to and again, another big thing is the dairy cartels out east.
Oh yes.
You know, the reason we can't get
where are the most dairy cows in Canada?
Quebec.
Are they? Okay. Because I thought I heard somebody was saying something. Maybe it was chicken, but it was something about a processing plant in the east, but the animals were out west. Maybe chickens?
Oh.
Or maybe someone was lying to me. Okay, well, though that makes sense. If all the dairy or majority of dairy cows are out east, then the processing plant should be.
Ontario and Quebec. 81% of the dairy farms are located in Ontario and Quebec.
Oh, there you go. I give them credit for that then.
Why do you think? Well, and they're also big supporters of anybody who will keep them in. So they give lots and lots of money to specifically the Liberals, which have always been pro-dairy cartel. So there's a lot of things that people don't understand with Canadian politics that go on behind the scenes that I'm still just learning about because I was never that interested because, when there's for 11 years, we had a conservative government that stayed out of your life that you didn't really have to think about government because they ran it. You saw that with what they were doing, they answered questions. They weren't just slogans and hype and fear,
Right.
So we didn't really have to pay attention. And then the heir apparent comes in and everything goes downhill. And, anytime somebody thinks, and that's what gets me. Talk about fewer scandals. There were $16 orange juice was horrible for the Liberals. And now we've got Normandy specialty butter on the Prime Minister's jet for like $300 something for butter. $195,000 for catering. What the fuck? If you know anything about the Liberals, you know they're corrupt and hypocritical. Plain and simple. That's just who they are. They always have been. They got into power and then ad scam hit. That's what got them out of power. But then there were so many scandals that didn't take Trudeau down, and you're going, what the hell? Oh yeah, no, it's ridiculous, Shell. And here's the funny thing, okay? Air Force One, Donald Trump was having McDonald's. Compared to our elite prime minister. Love or hate Donald Trump, he is trying to do the best for the people. You may not like all his policies. I don't like all his policies, but
he's also an ass.
Yeah. But you can see the difference between someone who comes from nothing and someone who comes from everything. I mean, they had in Canada.
Trump did not grow up poor.
No, but I mean, he didn't. But he's still a man of the people. He understands the people. You did.
Wait up, Shell. Be honest, not a girl.
Hey, and you know what? You don't have to out yourself for who you voted for. But I mean, let's look at. Do you remember Andrew Scheer was victimized in the press over his dual citizenship? He has an American father and a Canadian mother, and he had a dual citizenship. The Liberals literally crucified him on it, right? How many passports does Carney have? How many citizenships does Carney have? 3.
Oh, goodness me.
Yeah. He has 3 citizenships.
After he's fucked everything up, sorry for the language, but so after he's effed everything up, where's he moving to?
Wherever he wants, because I mean, most of his businesses are in the States. You know, just like Trudeau's down in the States partying it up with Katy Perry. There's nothing holding them here.
Katy Perry, what is she doing? Oh my God.
Well, we knew she made bad decisions before, but you want to talk about mental illness? There we go. But let's be honest. These elites that come into Canada, save Canada, have no intention of staying in Canada after the fact. Unlike Stephen Harper, who's still in Canada. He works for an international firm, but he's still Canadian based. You know.
Oh well.
It's one of those things where there's this huge hypocrisy coming from the left here in Canada, where you can't do this. Trudeau's biggest thing was boycott the U.S. Don't buy the U.S. Don't go to the U.S. Don't do that. Exactly what he's doing now is what he said we should not do. Well, what makes you different than us, aside from you're a fucking asshole?
But that's the way he governed, right?
Oh yeah,
do as I say, do as I say, not as I do.
But that's the thing about Liberals. They rule, they don't govern. They rule, and then they don't apply the rules to themselves, which is obvious. Hi, Mrs. Doe. Welcome home. I saw you pull up and come in.
So we should find. Let's go to a more positive direction.
A topic. Okay, I'm just laying it out there though.
The only reason I say that because you and I both know we could spend 3 hours talking about that.
Absolutely, we could. And I want people to understand. Choose my words carefully. I think I have been. I mean, it's okay to call
You haven't
Trudeau a
threatened
fucking
anyone
asshole.
in any way, so I think you're okay.
I don't want any. I'd like to see Trudeau in jail for the crimes against humanity he committed, but I want to see him dead.
Yeah. No, you have issued no threats, so I think we're good.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I'm not a threat.
so here's a funny one. I'm still kind of related, but maybe it'll take us off topic. So I've had a few things pop up on Facebook where it says you're not allowed to see this.
Oh, oh, just wait. That's going to get. Just wait until you have to enter your ID to get onto Facebook.
Well, it's funny when I got to start doing that. Guess what? I
Fuck
will no
Facebook.
longer be on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you know what, if Facebook can't fix that, well, then I don't care.
Well, you think about this. I mean, honestly, yeah. If they're, and it's not Facebook that does it, it's the Canadian government's bill that's doing it. Just like they were going to tax Netflix and then decided, no, that's going to go over badly and decided to pull it. They're doing stupid things under the gun ban is for public safety, which takes 0 criminal guns off the street. Zero.
Huh.
Zero. There are no criminal guns included in the gun ban. Okay.
No criminal with a gun is going to go register it.
Well, not only that, they're not going to hand it in. Period.
Oh, goodness.
That's what it is. Banned or not. I mean, there are guns that are coming across the border that are banned already in Canada that people are using to shoot up Toronto, which, I mean, you know what? You voted for this shit. You can deal with your own shit. You can have that shit.
Right.
Yeah. I have no hard feelings for.
We're talking. You're like, I mean, Facebook's not that big a deal to me.
No.
And I mean, I bet you know what though?
Oh, James.
I do give Facebook credit. I do give a lot of credit to Facebook for standing up to the Canadian government, to be honest.
Facebook, X, some of the social media platforms have been very vocally against this because they understand what it's going to do. It's going to kill their usership.
Oh yeah, I don't care. I'm done. I'll just tap out. Sorry, I'll find something else to do.
Absolutely. How you doing, James?
It won't really. You know who it's going to hurt? It's the kids, right?
Well, you know, honestly, it's not even going to hurt the kids that much. They'll find something else and they'll find a way around it. That's what you don't understand. They're going to find a way around it.
Right. Well, but that goes back to, and you know what? I did my kids too. We don't give them enough credit. They're smarter than we think they are.
Yeah. Yeah. But
like a lot smarter.
Instead of going up against like sites that they know are you know, that they can block that have known pedophilias and stuff like that, they didn't do that. Right. They decided to censor it to make it to ban it for kids, right? Why not take the predator off the internet rather than take the kids off the internet? Because that's called freedom of speech. They should be, you know, it's not a free country if you get to decide what they get to look at or not. Not only that, it's none of the government's goddamn business to raise your children. It's your business to raise your goddamn children.
It's funny because I was thinking about this on my drive there, and it's like, how about if we just took care of the bad guys again instead of worrying about everyone else?
Not only that, and stop thinking that you can parent better than parents. That the government can parent better than parents. Plain and simple.
Well, that
know your damn role.
They don't think they can parent better. But I know where you're going. I mean, they're not trying to parent; they're trying to control.
Yeah, and that's what they want.
They don't want
it's hidden behind. That's anytime you find somebody saying, well, it's safety. Look at the UK. UK just did the exact same thing. They banned social media for kids under a certain age. Now you have to enter your information and stuff like that to use social media. which social medias did they ban though? They banned Facebook and they banned X. Which one didn't they ban? The left wing Blue Sky.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
That's scary. That's very scary.
Especially when you know the type of people that are on there, and there's, okay, in the UK they banned Facebook and X off of for social medias, but they didn't ban Blue Sky. Now I know you're on Blue Sky for your painting and stuff like that, but Blue Sky is used by predators. So, any place can be used by predators.
Absolutely.
Instead of just trying to cut down, turn everything off of everybody, that's like, honestly, it's like banning everybody from driving because somebody's drunk driving or somebody drinks and drives.
That's actually a really good analogy.
Can we maybe just let's not ban liquor, let's not ban other people from driving, let's maybe take care of the bad people, make them responsible for their actions. How about that?
Well, but look how well prohibition worked.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, anytime they tout this under especially child safety, when they specifically avoid doing things that would actually encourage child safety, like having single sex bathrooms or having a predator site taken off, then it's not really about child safety, but it's about controlling the population. And what you have to understand is it's not just the kids that are going to have to put in their information, all of their information to get access. It's you. It's every adult. Now, why do they need that information? Why do they need that information?
They're gathering information.
I mean,
that should concern people.
It should concern everybody, because it's about control, and it's about them being able to shut you down when they don't like what you have to say.
Yeah. Well, but you know what? And I'll do this. I'm saying I'm going to do it, and I will. If they start asking all those kind of questions, I'll probably just stop using it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at my.
But that's okay. It's not going to mean anything to them that I'm not on.
Yeah, no. But I mean, if you can't look at my face, if you can't see my profile picture, look at my face and look back a little bit to see that that's actually me, and know that I'm over 16. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Don't be a dumbass. You have AI now. You're building data centers all over the fucking place. You can't have an AI data center say, let's verify them by all their images. Let's just verify the users, right? How simple.
Right. Just give me one sec. You can keep talking, but I have to acknowledge my wife. Just
okay. Hi, Michelle. I'm going on a rant. Shit's going off the rail.
She walked up and she was smiling. She had a big smile on her face. Well, she knows what we talk about, right?
Melody says
she knows what we talk about. She walked out and she was just laughing. She understood.
And Bob gets a little bit.
Well, but you know what? I think she likes it because I do these rants sometimes with her, and I realize I got to stop. That I'm just like, she's like, I don't get it. I don't know why you're worried about it. And it's like, well,
it's the bigger picture.
I do understand when she makes this comment. Well, yes, for sure, but she always asks, and I mean, I always tell her to ask questions, but it's like, okay, fine. So it's like that. What are we going to do? And I said, well, you're right. I'm not saying there's anything we can do right now. but we should darn well be aware.
Yeah. Well, and that's
And
the
I
thing.
think part of the problem is people aren't even aware.
Yeah. And people take the government at their word. You should never, ever take a government, any government, I don't care who it is, never take them at their word. Always look for the motive behind it. Okay? Always.
Perception versus reality.
Perception versus reality. And that will be an ongoing theme.
I was waiting to use that.
Because, I mean, you look at all the perception that we've had in the past, even year of this new liberal leader. All the perception is that he's going to do great things, marvelous things. 3 months in, he's going to have a deal with the US. And no, it's a year and a bit later, no deal. Nothing's been done. Nothing's been built. Nothing's been gotten better. Grocery prices have gone up. It's exactly the opposite. They're literally gaslighting you, saying you've never had it so good. And it's if you haven't read the book 1984 by George Orwell, I recommend doing it, and doing it quickly before they take it off the shelves. And I know that seems conspiratorial, and it might be a little conspiratorial, but I mean, if you read 1984 by George Orwell, you'll see a lot of things that are happening now that were predicted in this book. They're using it like a checklist of what to do, rather than what it was used to as a warning.
Oh,
Have you not read it?
interesting. No, it's actually on my list because you've mentioned it a few times, and I have a to-do list here, and that's on my list actually.
Yeah, if you want to use Audible for it, use Audible. It's a good read though, if you're, because it gives you time. Audible, there's a difference between reading and listening. And when you read something, you can go back and look it over and ponder it more. So I do recommend reading, because you can stop and look at the words again and how they're laid out, because words matter and how they're laid out matters. And
Well,
sometimes
but the thing is on Audible too, though, you're getting the influx in the person's voice.
yeah,
They're reading something into that.
yeah,
You might look at it differently than that.
yeah. Intonation is a big key too, right? And that's
Yeah.
where I think reading a book is much more important. I think if I'd have read if I'd have listened to Crime and Punishment, I would have been so confused. I had to actually physically read it, because it's a Russian novel translated into English, and Russians have a different way of speaking to people. Like, there's oftentimes they have different names for the same person. If I hadn't read it, I couldn't go back and read and try and figure out who this was and who that was and who he was talking about, which I was able to do in a physical copy. And I do like physical copies for that. If you need to read it out loud so you can hear it and see it, no problem. But you're right, and that's a great thing to bring up, Darren, is the narrator's intonations can affect the way you interpret the book.
Well, that's, I mean, I use that technique just because in communication with people, I don't like text, I don't like emails. I prefer to talk to someone, preferably face to face would be better.
Yeah.
I want to see how they say it, and I'd like to see their body language too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a, honestly, that's a key thing for communication issues. I think that's important, but I think I think you were right when you went to, sometimes intonation can be misleading,
Right.
in audiobooks, because they may not intonate it the same way you would in your head. Right. So it can be,
Well, that's like trying to say this person reading is going to think like everybody listening to it.
yeah. And if you can manage to,
That's not possible.
like, I could probably read it very monotonely, But how does that get
Right.
the reader involved, right? It doesn't. And so they don't do that. And that there's a reason behind
Unless
that,
you want to go
because
to sleep.
yeah, unless you want to go to sleep. But I do recommend reading it simply for the fact that it's an important book. It really is. And when I say gaslighting, we're one of the things that 1984 covered. They had 4 tenets. Let me just bring it up here because I don't remember them off the top of my head.
Actually, what I need to do is I need to go buy the book. Because I'm on book 1 of a trilogy right now, so I know it's going to be a while before I get to it.
Yeah. So, and let's look at Canada in this way, okay? Okay. There were 4 major ministries in George Orwell's 1984, and they're the parts of the government that were responsible for certain things. Okay, let's talk about the first one, the Ministry of Truth. Now,
Mhm.
now let's be honest. You're already starting with a presumption that anything they say is going to be true, right? Because and that's what they've done is they've worded it in such a way that the Ministry of Truth. How if they're the Ministry of Truth? Well, how can you argue with them, right? Well, what were they responsible for? They were responsible for news, entertainment, education, and the fine arts. Think about that for a second.
Interesting.
Think about it.
Yes.
We have a government-controlled media in Canada for the most part. All the major news outlets are paid for by the government.
Not
Arts
all
are
of them.
all the major news outlets are. Not all
Oh,
of the news
major
outlets.
ones, sorry.
All the major ones are being sponsored by the government. Entertainment.
I actually, when we get off this, I have a question for you about the news outlets and stuff, but go ahead.
Okay, write it down so you don't forget.
Yeah, exactly.
So the Ministry of Truth was responsible for news, entertainment, education, and fine arts. It actually handled the propaganda, censorship, and alteration of historical records to ensure the party's narrative was always correct.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The second ministry was the Ministry of Peace, mini-PACs. Okay. They were concerned with war, managed the state of perpetual conflict against external enemies, like the trade war with the states.
Right.
They keep saying, "Oh, we're getting stuff done. We're getting stuff done. Let's make our prime minister goes and says, let's make America great again. Canada can help make America great again." Because let's be honest, Donald Trump did promote Carney, and Carney is MAGA because that's where all his businesses are. So,
Oh, that's why he helped. And you know, it's funny because the previous election, they were accusing the Chinese of helping.
oh, Chinese did too. Chinese did too.
Well, but I mean, but the thing is, it's funny. Trump just blatantly and said it and didn't even care, supported the liberals.
Yeah. Which is funny because one of Trump's biggest things against Canada was the open border policy that was letting terrorists into Canada. Now there have been a flood of terrorists coming into Canada. So one of Trump's reasons for the trade disagreement was simply that Canada stop the open border policy, limit the fentanyl production, which is fentanyl is coming out of China. It's the China operatives in Canada that are producing the fentanyl. So, so Trump has basically said that put a halt on both the terrorists and China, and we can get on with our lives because We do share the longest undefended border in anywhere. And
Well, we know it had nothing to do with fentanyl.
oh yeah, it did. He
I mean, more
specifically.
fentanyl comes into Canada than goes into the US.
Well, fentanyl, okay, to be correct, it's the products that make fentanyl that come into Canada, and then fentanyl gets shipped everywhere. There was a huge lab bust in BC.
Yes, yeah, wow, that was.
Anyways, so the Ministry of Peace deals with external conflicts, the ongoing external conflicts, okay? They were concerned with war. The Ministry of Love, okay?
Love.
Yeah, tasked with law and order. They were the most feared ministries responsible for political suppression, surveillance, and torture to enforce loyalty.
Oh, yes.
The Ministry of Love. Now think about it. The reason they've named these is they've named them a certain way. He's named them a certain way to show that the dichotomy between the actual use of the ministry and what the ministry was called was so much different. I mean, it's just they're telling you one thing
almost
and they're
opposite.
Yeah, they're telling you one thing and they're doing exactly the opposite. And then there's the Ministry of Plenty, which is responsible for economic plenty. The Ministry of Plenty.
I know where this is going already.
Responsible for economic affairs and managed production and distribution while maintaining artificial scarcity and rationing to keep the population impoverished and dependent.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The institutions collectively enforce the party's control through doublethink, where the stated purpose for each ministry is the direct opposite of its actual function. Now, there was one statement that comes out of there.
Did I lose you?
Nope, I'm typing in something right now.
Oh, okay.
In the specific quote goes, "The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command." Essentially, what they said was, don't believe the objective truth in front of you. Believe our perception that we're giving you.
Well, that sounds like, what was that show with, we were just talking about it.
But think about it. Carney stood up in the House of Commons and said, Canadians have never had it so good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I heard that. Yes.
He's asking us to reject the evidence of our eyes and ears.
Yeah.
And it's
so
you see how this is an important
even worse.
book.
People are doing that though.
Yeah, they are. And we established that the Liberals were a cult. We've established that.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
Delulu, yeah. We've established that the liberals in Canada are a cult. So we discovered that, and that was purely by accident. I did not expect that to come about the day we did cults. So that one threw me for a loop. But
by definition, and I mean, are they going to start throwing people into jail because? But that's the definition of it. I mean, where is it going to stop?
Well, look at what they did to political opponents. Tamara Litch.
Yes.
Chris Barber.
Well,
look what they did to the political opponents.
The thing.
More time.
Yes.
Than actual crime for mischief. So, I mean, you have to understand that and I read 1984 with the kid with Drew when he was still in high school, right? I made sure that he read it because it's an important book. It's a very important book.
Yeah.
And I'm going, wow, that's crazy. How could anybody believe that stuff? How could anybody say the ministry of truth, and then they have what's called a memory hole, where with anything that doesn't fit the party narrative goes down this memory hole. Do you know what the Liberals did in Canada? The Liberals made it a policy where they could get rid of emails and information within like a week. They could get rid of all of the information, all of this stuff that that is supposed to be kept. So
Yes, right.
I can't remember exactly how it goes, but yeah, they've basically created a memory hole for all the bad things that they've done, so people can't see that they're bad.
Well, they're essentially they're eliminating the evidence is what they're doing.
That's what a memory hole is.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. It just
Orwell,
so disgusting.
but you see how Orwell predicted so many things.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right? That's why it's
Or
such
did he predict it, or did he give him a blueprint for it?
Well, and that's the problem, right? Because what he was doing was he this is a blueprint for socialism or communism. And he was warning people against oncoming communism.
Right.
So,
I mean, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
so I encourage you to, like, you'll get mad, but it is worth a
Well,
read.
and that's,
I mean, honestly,
I think I will because I will enjoy the read.
yeah,
I don't need to get mad because it's just
nobody
it's
needs
just
to.
not a good place to be.
No, but it's
it is just such a bad place to be.
yeah, but it is an important book, and it does, and you can see how stuff is going on. And you know, I can't say enough about the book and how it calls out the nonsense that actually happens.
But so when was that book released though? Did I lose you?
Nope, I'm typing.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, no, I wasn't sure. Well, because the delay, I see you in a delay, so I don't really know what's going on.
Right. Sorry about that. 1949.
No, it's all good. What's that, sir?
1949.
That's when he wrote that.
But it's important because that happened shortly after World War II, which was a blueprint that he's talking about, right?
Well, he kind of took from the
Nazis, yeah.
the communist countries what was going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. You know, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Well, here's the key.
So can you imagine the people that have read that between now and then and are going, well, that's scary. But the thing is, there's not enough people reading it, right?
I'm sitting here looking at it every day and I'm going, that's right out of the manual type thing.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about it though, at the time in the 1940s, at the end of the 40s there, after World War II, people were overtly exposed to communism and socialism and the dangers thereof. So they had a unique ability, a unique perspective to see what was going on right in front of them, right? So to write about it and as a warning it seems very fair, because essentially they were living through times when people were coming out of that. I mean, it wasn't until 1980.
You know, this is kind of funny.
What's kind of funny?
Oh, I was going to say this is kind of funny because the book I'm reading right now, it's all about a revolution.
Oh no.
And well, it's just so funny because you think about the conversations that go on before those kind of things happen.
Oh yeah.
But so let's just it's all revolves around a book I read. Finish your story, because
The funniest
or
thing
your
about it is
topic, I mean.
Germany didn't take down the East Berlin Wall until mid 80s somewhere.
Right. Yes.
Let's just look up the
That
Berlin Wall.
yeah.
From 1961 to 1989. And so
Well,
you got
Reagan was a big proponent of taking that down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Mr. Gorbachev, break down this wall. Yeah. It was a huge thing, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny because it lasted so long simply because, and it's if you look at Cuba right now, okay, they're under a dictatorship that is oppressive to the people, right? Well,
Right.
people still go visit there, and there's resorts and stuff like that, but that makes them money, so they're allowed. But why do you think
Oh.
why do you think the citizens are trying to leave there? Why do you think Florida gets all of these people on boats trying to come over to them, right? On rafts that are made up of garbage, because they understand the difference between the system in the U.S. and the system, a system of dictatorship and communism. There's people who've immigrated.
Having all the tourists there doesn't help, because they've got to be spreading all the glory of home, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you've got to wonder. I mean, if it's so great, why are there so many trying to just get out of there? They can't book a flight because no one can afford it.
Well, and you got to
they're a
think,
poverty nation.
Something's got to change in Cuba. It just.
You would think so. I mean, there's a lot that's going on there, but it's hard to change something because they have no defense. There's no Second Amendment, so they have no way to revolt. The government owns all the guns.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Oh, hello everyone. Do you hear that?
But and that goes with any communist system out there. They always try to remove guns first. Communist, socialist, whatever you want to call it, because the Nazis were the Nazi Socialist Party. They were not far right. They were a socialist party, socialist communist party. They had the same ideologies as the communists, which they often worked with. So,
right.
The first thing they did was they tried to take guns away from people. So,
disarm your enemy.
Disarm your enemy, and then you can do whatever the hell you want to them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. Anytime a government thinks
Actually, that happens in the books I'm reading too.
Yeah. Anytime a government thinks that you need to be disarmed, you're not the problem. I mean, there's a law against criminal behavior, it's plain and simple. But if regular people have to be disarmed, there's something nefarious about that.
People should ask questions.
Yeah.
I like questions.
Yeah.
If you don't ask questions, how do you learn anything?
Exactly. And I ask questions all the time.
More importantly, accept the fact that you might learn things that go against what you believe.
Yeah.
Or thought you knew.
Yeah. Well, and that's the best thing is
actually
having that.
I did write that down under the perception and reality is just, I thought I knew a lot more than I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was young, I thought I knew a lot of stuff, and it's like, I knew shit.
Yeah.
I should have listened to my parents.
Yeah. Plain and simple, right? But one of the things is, we didn't know as a child, but we were children. But again, know better, know more, know better, do better, right?
Mhm.
But you've got to be willing and able to change your beliefs based on evidence, not based on um, just words. There has to be evidence behind what's going on, because there's a lot of people who are, and let's be honest, they're snake oil salesmen. They'll give you the fancy words. They'll talk you into whatever, and they can, because they're just that good and charismatic. I mean, that's what Trudeau and Carney are, both snake oil salesmen. So they've talked the big
Well, is
game.
honestly though, is it them or is it the people behind the scenes? Because they seem to be able to do it for everyone.
Yeah, it's the people behind the scenes, and that alone is unnerving, because who are these people behind the scenes, right? I think we need to start finding out who these people are that are running like the Liberal Party and stuff like that. Even one of the head of the Liberal parties that used to be head of the Liberal parties has denounced what's going on. But I mean,
Right.
it goes to show you how far left the Liberals have gone. They used to be a center left party. They were just off the center, and Conservatives were a little bit more
Right.
to the right, not far right. And
Right.
then let's stop using that term because it's ridiculous. There is far right, but they're not what you think they are. But
Right.
so Conservatives and Liberals used to be on a spectrum where they were just off the center from each other. But once somebody starts moving one way, it's not just that somebody goes like if you can see my hands, it's not just that somebody goes like this. The whole system shifts. It's not, and the line doesn't shift. The line is still like right where my nose is. Okay, the line doesn't shift, but the whole system shifts. So Conservatives have definitely gotten more left, more center.
Right.
Pardon me, towards the center. But the Liberals have gone quite a bit left. So we're talking, and you can see it in policy, how Conservatives are even more progressive in their policies than they ever were. I mean, there's still nonsense out there they don't put up with, but it's been a shift in the entire system, not just one party or the other party.
Yeah, I think that's well, I mean, it sort of makes sense, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, because I mean, you would like to think.
Well, now weren't you saying that the NDP is now gone like ultra left?
Oh, well, they've always been. If the two parties are here and the third party is like way over here already, it was just when the whole system shifts, it's going to obviously shift to the nutso job.
Right.
So, but yeah, well,
I mean,
for those
that was kind of what you were saying about their new leader, though, that he was very, very out there.
oh, he's a whack job. Like he's, I don't know how these people vote. Like, I mean, okay, let's be honest. I do know how these people vote because I watched some of the voting, and it was a how to put this nicely. I'm trying here. I'm work with me, people. It was a parade of social activists trying to get one up on another.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
But see, the thing is, I mean, we'll see how this all plays out, though. But that's what the NDP, or sorry, that's what the Liberal government stole from the NDP.
Oh yeah. They definitely adopted some of the left wing lunacy.
Right.
Yeah, but that's because they shifted so far.
But how much is there a possibility that could hurt them, because these people that vote that way, might they go back to the NDP, and then do the Liberals lose votes within themselves, so to speak?
It's hard to say because
Like all of a sudden, does the NDP gain a few seats, if you will?
yeah, it's definitely possible because there are people that, and here's where the facts matter, right? The NDP will never form a government in Canada, like a federal government in Canada. They just don't have the support nationwide. Um, so they can make all of the promises, all of the guarantees, all of the hyperbole they want. They can say it all. They will never have to be put to the test. They will never be put to the test to come up with actual solutions, which is why they can get away with it and tell people that they want to, they want to pay for everything and do everything, because then there's no pen meets paper there. That's just pie in the sky, wishful thinking.
Right.
And they
Well,
can get away with
they'll
it
never be
because,
held accountable for it.
yeah, they'll never be held accountable for their actions or for their words,
Right.
because they'll never have the opportunity. That's the difference between the two major parties, is both parties have been held accountable for their actions and their words. And we've seen one party fulfill their words and their actions, and we've seen one party fail consistently and still get voted in.
Well, I think that's why. And I mean, like, we need something to change. Otherwise, sorry to say, but this country is
Hooped.
doomed.
Yeah, it's cooked.
Well, I was gonna say a different word, and I thought, but I mean, doom might be too strong of a word. That's not the right word. But let's say in a whole heap of trouble.
Well, I definitely see some different things happening in the future if the East keeps the Liberals in power, because the West, they're only going to put up with it for so long. They can.
Well, that's my concern.
We can't survive Eastern liberalism for much longer, And there's another one. If you've never read Ayn Rand, Atlas Shrugs, another really good read. And it explains how Ayn Rand was a great proponent of individualism and free market and capitalism, and you can see how.
I'm having technical difficulties here.
Yeah, I can kind of see you're stuttering. By next Monday, let's get that wire fixed.
Yeah. You know what? We finally had some sunshine here, so I had to cut the grass and take care of some outdoor stuff.
I get it. Yeah.
Some weeds, and honestly, bad on me. I actually looked at the cord and said, "Oh, I gotta change that." So I did acknowledge the fact, and I do acknowledge the fact that I didn't do it.
At least you're taking responsibility for your actions.
Well,
or inactions.
I mean, I know it doesn't make it right. I mean, saying sorry doesn't always fix things, but that's really all I got is.
It happens. I mean, yeah. So yeah, another good book to read, I don't know if you've ever read it, was Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugs.
No, I have not.
Okay. Another very telling book. It explains how if liberals were left to their own devices, if all the producers left a country that was overtaxing them, and which is happening in Canada right now. All of the producers are leaving. The investment is leaving because they're being overtaxed and overburdened and taken from. So they're going to places that are easier to make themselves profitable. So what happened is everything falls apart in the place where all of the producers left. Where all the producers went, everything got cheaper. Everything was traded fairly. Everything had, it was pretty much a utopia where people didn't have envy as their main guide. So it's a good
Well,
book.
I forget when it was. I think it was early 80s. Like we experienced that in Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Where it became counterintuitive to do business here.
Yeah, because
So
we
we
had
had
a
a lot of the head offices went to Alberta, Calgary.
so what
specifically, but
government did we have in charge then, if I might ask you?
I have no idea.
Would you like me to tell you?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
That would be the NDP.
Yeah. Oh, but I mean, you know what, though? I don't think Roy Romano did a horrible job, from what I
Okay,
understand.
there were some, but that's, you've got to remember, the classic NDPs were more about production and the worker rather than socialism. So
Right.
you see the shift already, right? You see the shift from being about producing and the worker to be about, well, everybody needs a slice of the pie. Whether it doesn't matter if their slice is only like 2 cents, everybody needs a slice.
Right.
It's the difference between the systems, and they've gone even further down that road.
Oh, for sure. Like, I mean, like I've heard people say, like, they'll criticize the SAS party, and it's like, but they have no opposition right now, like none.
The fact that the leader, or that there is an NDP in the first place still in Saskatchewan, is beyond me. There needs to be, honestly, and it's because there's people that sitting there with their hands out looking for stuff that the NDP counts on their votes,
Right.
and we have a
No,
high proportion
I
of
do
population
understand that.
that does that.
Well, but I think that's why the SAS party's in power, no matter what they do, to be honest.
Yeah, they've been responsible for the most part. Don't get me wrong, I never completely agree with any party, because I know there's some stuff
No,
that they've done that I don't like too. But for the
right.
most part, at least you can count on them to be primarily responsible for their own actions.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's just like they're being responsible with the money.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I mean, let's not kid ourselves. I think any politician is going to be offered stuff.
yeah.
And some are going to crack and do it, right? And I don't care what party they're in.
And
It's,
that's
that's
just,
like saying that's like saying there's honest policemen, but you know what? There's some bad ones out there too. There's
absolutely,
bad ones in everything. They're
yeah,
just out there.
yeah.
Evil.
That's the thing. Evil does permeate society, and it permeates. It's like I always say, there, when you have a protest and something, it always gets overtaken by the most outrageous um outrageous people. Even the truckers had some guy, which I think was a plant. It may be a conspiracy theory, but I seriously think it was a plant, where they had a guy with a Nazi flag, because that's just not what they were about, right?
Oh,
But any
right.
protest always gets taken over by the most by the loudest. Honestly, it's the louder you are, the more you want to be heard.
Well, and it could have been some whack job just wanting to get his
Oh,
picture out
absolutely,
there.
could have been, but he had a mask on.
But regardless, it wasn't what they were doing. Oh, he had a
No,
mask on.
yeah, so you couldn't
Well,
see
then
who it was.
there was another motive there.
Yeah, honestly, there's you can see that there was nefarious motive behind it, simply because if somebody wants their ideology in plain sight, and are and they want to take responsibility for their ideology, they won't wear a mask. Like everything I'm saying, it's based on my experience and what I've learned. I'm not hiding behind anything. That this is just who I am.
No, and I mean, I think that's, I mean, when we were talking about even doing this, that's part of what, I mean, that's what this is all about.
Yeah. But we haven't had a good political discussion for a while.
And we were very good about it.
We were
I
we
think
held
there-
off, guys. I'm sorry if you're here and you learned about Canadian politics, please don't take my word for it. I encourage you to look it up.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. Like, and if we had these conversations in private, they'd be a little more heated, like just because
And
we're
more
mad.
animated.
I mean,
And more animated because
and we're animated. And
we would
yes.
probably and the words we would use were probably not as nice as now right now, but that's just us getting our frustrations out. But this still gets my frustrations
Absolutely.
out, you know.
Yes.
But it goes the same no matter what. It's there are things that I wish would happen to the people. Like we had 11 MPs accused of treason in Parliament. We still don't know their names. They should have been tried as traitors.
Huh. Yeah.
I mean,
You know what? I have to say, as much as I did not like Gibo, and I thought he was, well,
he's
he
still a
is,
bag of
right?
dicks.
He's a nut guy. But the reality of it is, I got to give him some credit where he said, I don't share the same beliefs as you anymore. I'm stepping down.
Yeah, and he's got. I mean, what does it matter? There's $250 million into his company's account somehow, and he's fine to just step down now.
Yeah. Well, but at least he did it.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Well, and here's
I
the
didn't
thing.
like him very much.
Oh no, he was a whack job right from day one. I mean, he was an activist even in Alberta, right?
Well,
So
wasn't he arrested for that?
yeah, because he was on one of the premier's house or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why he
But
got
you know
arrested.
what? But he's exactly what the NDP want right now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Actually, I got to make a break here. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm about to explode.
So yeah, so don't take my word for it. You can always look it up. I'm not saying anything that isn't public record that you shouldn't be able to find. So, but you learned a bit about Canadian politics today rather than American politics. But while darts is away, let's take a moment to discuss Flopstop, the ultra grip anti-drama spray. Approved by referees who are tired of your nonsense. Flopstop stops dives, rolls, and unnecessary screaming. Warning: may cause actual soccer to occur. Directions: shake vigorously, spray on limbs, play like a rational human, a normal human. Sorry, normal human. Flopstop, because gravity isn't that strong. There you go. There's my ad for Flopstop. Oops. I hope you enjoyed it. Was it fun for you? It was fun for me. Oh, good grief. Keep hitting the wrong button. There we go. So Gingy is busy cooking and groceries and lunch, and I know she's streaming after we're done here, so we'll probably go right over to her. Just need to know when she's on. That's all. But she knows we're usually done at 8, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna go grill up some steaks for some steak and cavatappi, whatever. It's a pasta. It's like a macaroni and cheese type stuff. Oh, Mrs. Doe, I did crash this afternoon. I woke up at like 4:44 and I'm going, oh shit. Round 8 is in the pan. Around 8 is the plan. Okay. When Cringy gets home, Bobby fell asleep and we're trying to wake him. Oh, good, fun, happy, joy. He's going to be a grumpy puss. Yep. I, honestly, this is Bobby after you try to wake him. See, there's a butterfly, touched his knee. Stop it. It is, right? There's Bobby. Oh. Sorry, Bobby. I had to. There we go. Put it back down there. He's so sensitive. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Hey, maybe you need some flop stop. Anti-drama spray. Oh, Gingy, did I send you a picture of what our backsplash looked like today? I don't think I did. Oh yeah, you were on Messenger with me when I got it. Yeah, we were in chat. I forgot about that. I can hear myself. Because there's no other sound, so I can hear. Darren doesn't wear earphones. He needs to wear earphones. It's been a long day. I actually came home and I crashed. I had a shower and I went to my chair and I was out. I woke up like 15 minutes before we were supposed to start, going, what the hell time is it? Then I looked at the clock and I'm going, oh shit, I still have to get the sleep out of my eyes. Which is not all gone, by the way. Because I just crashed hard. Yeah. Well, and I started before we talked by doing the trimming out back, and then it was like, ugh. Still feeling a little sore, but my neck is better, so that's a good thing. So I won't need to take morphine tonight, because what was happening with my neck is not happening with my shoulder blade anymore. So that's a good thing.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, you got to do what you got to do. I mean,
well, and then I had to do check the pizza.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm used to it. Lynn's got a 20-minute bladder. I'm always putting the movie on hold for her to go to pee.
Oh.
Right, Lynn?
Oh, is she on now?
No, Gingy's listening, so I'm thinking Lynn might have heard. Oh, she's outside, so she missed that. I teased her about that.
It's still pretty light out.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful outside.
Well, and you know what? It's about bloody time.
Yes.
Let's face it, it's been crappy.
Yeah. What was really funny?
Golf course, we were like 3 weeks behind opening date.
Oh, no doubt.
And I actually went for my first real round of golf today.
Wow.
Not fun.
That's crazy. The funniest part is Lynn actually called herself. She said to her, said she had to go to the bathroom to her mom, and she goes, "It's because I got a 20-minute bladder." And I'm going,
Oh.
yeah, who started that?
That's awesome.
Oh, she's a fun kid. She's so much fun.
Well, actually, I get the grandkids, well, I get to see the grandkids a little bit this weekend because me and Zach are doing the Father's Day golf tournament here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
kids will come up and
Yeah, we got the grandkids this weekend too.
yeah. Well, and it's funny because so Addie, they phoned and but we were setting up the new TV, so I didn't answer.
Oh,
And but Zach messaged and say Addie had a question, and so she's like, I phoned back, like, can we come out and camp on the weekend? And I'm like, I'm gonna play along a little bit. I'm like, well, what do you mean you want to camp? And she's like, well, we could set a tent up in the backyard. And I'm like, well, you could stay in our camper. That's kind of why we are, that's one of the purposes that justified us buying a camper, right?
yeah.
So, yeah, so that'll be fun. And they'll have their own space.
Yep. Well,
And
but
there's an
sometimes,
understanding with Michelle, because she works at home, if she has a job to do or something to do, she'll close the door of her office.
there we go.
So it works.
But I'm wondering if she didn't actually want to bring a tent and sleep outside, like in a tent. Because
Well, Zach was in the background prodding her on the camper anyway.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I don't think it was fully her idea, but
gotcha.
probably trying to talk her into it being a fun weekend would be like, well, we can go stay in the camper and
Gotcha.
I mean, that's kind of, well, I remember it's funny because you know I think you know most of the story. Mason came out for the summer last year.
I don't remember.
And well, okay. Well, we can go into that story later. That's
Yeah.
too much for right now. So like we had bought the camper because Michelle does have issues with like people in her space.
Yeah, I get that.
And I mean, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
And so so when we weighed out the whole options of buying the camper, it was like, okay, so this summer Mason will stay in it. And then going forward, like this year, we'd like to go somewhere, but also when the kids come, that's where they stay. But so where I was going with this, my ex, like, well, he's got to stay in, like for Mason, like he's got to stay in the camper. He's not good enough for the house. And it's like, you know what? Like when we went to the lake, it's like,
Oh my God, we wanted to stay in the camper. We wanted to be in the camper.
Yeah.
It's freedom.
You know what? It threw me for such a loop. At the time, I was so dumbfounded. I didn't have a response.
Well, how could you? That just
I
doesn't
was
make
just
sense.
I'm like, I mean, I understand. She didn't know the history of what we went through to do this and make it
It's
work.
like she was almost looking for a problem, though.
Oh, that is a trait. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That is, I think, a trait.
How old is Mason now?
Ooh, I think he's 20.
He's
Yeah.
Why? What? How old were we? We were 9, 10, 11, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
We wanted to spend time in the camper alone. Like we wanted to have our own space, and
exactly.
it was like, oh my God. But a different era, right? I mean, we had such independence. We went around and did whatever the hell we wanted. You know,
Well, we
because
did whatever we wanted because we were responsible, though.
yeah, we had the
I mean,
responsibility.
if we were doing stupid things, we would have been reeled in pretty damn quick.
Oh yeah,
I think.
we'd have got the short stick, but I mean,
Yeah.
for the most part, we did what we wanted because we were responsible about what we did. We enjoyed our freedom. Because that was one of the big things. Growing up in the 70s and 80s, we had a lot of freedom and we enjoyed it. Now we had a lot safer time
But
too.
we earned that too, though. I think
What's that?
we earned that.
Well, we did. I think we did. Yeah.
Well, we didn't do anything stupid.
Well, I mean, we didn't do anything that would
Or did we get away with stupid things?
We got away with some stupid things, but we didn't do anything that was dangerous. I mean, a little bit, but I mean, that's no more dangerous than you know, anything else. You could get hit by a bus, right?
Oh, well, we didn't do anything excessive, I guess.
No. I mean, we were able to walk down to the store at the lake, and we spent time in the woods. I mean, to be fair, the pellet gun war that we had probably wasn't the best idea, but that's beside the point.
But in fairness, we kept it below the waist.
and honestly, yeah, we didn't have high-powered pellet guns either.
Fair enough. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, we wore jeans to protect ourselves. And
yeah, we weren't stupid about it, but at the same time, it was, maybe not the smartest.
But there you go, though. We took precautions, right?
Yeah, it was about thinking it, and that's something that kids don't do. They don't think ahead anymore. They're not looking at the possible outcomes, and that's a really important trait that we developed early. Was look at what might happen and prepare for it.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. We still did some silly things.
Yeah.
But at least we thought about it before we did it.
Yeah.
And took some precautions.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably didn't make the decisions any smarter, but
we mitigated the consequences by thinking ahead.
No, for sure. Yeah, no, good point.
So, yeah, that was the first one that came to mind. Yeah, we kind of did some stupid things, but I mean, they weren't as stupid as they could have been.
But you know what, though? Like thinking back on it, because I've commented on or joked about that with people before, that's probably one of the worst things we did, though.
Really, it is. And that's one of the most egregious things that we have done. Look, egregious.
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 Nicely done.
Yeah, when we were kids, that was probably one of the worst. And it was minorly worst, right? Because we did take precautions. We did have set ground rules,
Didn't want to take anyone's eye out or hurt anyone.
Yeah. Because we understood that was a possibility,
Yeah. Well, there were still some pellet marks on people's bodies, I remember.
Oh yeah.
But that's okay.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know what they were? They were war wounds. That's what they were. That's all.
Yeah. Be smarter, get out of the way, win the game.
Win the game, yeah. Well, now there's paintball, so I mean, there is the option. Like, we would have loved paintball as a kid. Oh my God, we would have loved that.
Oh goodness, exactly. Well, I remember one time, and you may have been part of this. We had built a rickety old tree fort. I mean, it was horrible, and because remember, I had that old pump pellet gun.
Yeah.
And so the person sitting on the tree stand had to count to 30. And then pump the gun, right? And that's where we controlled the power of the pellet too, right?
Yeah.
It was only, if I remember correctly, it was only about 7 pumps, but regardless. And then you had the right to shoot the guy.
I don't remember that. Now, it's not that
Yeah.
it wasn't there, but I just don't remember that one.
Yeah, you had 30 seconds to escape and not get shot. And oh my God.
Run faster.
Well, or hide behind trees or whatever. I'm shocked I got him. Oh, is he mad? I remember I got Kim. Oh my
Oh.
God.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
And right in the fleshy part. Oh, yeah, he
Well,
was
that's-
quite some mad.
It's good to get them in the fleshy part because that
Yeah.
doesn't hurt as much.
But I think the reality was we didn't think we would get hit.
No, there is a certain level of, especially with guys, there's a certain level of invincibility. You always think that you're invincible, that you can do anything, right?
Right. Yeah.
And guys,
And I don't think any of us thought we would ever get hit.
no. Nope.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, crazy. Oh well. And look at that. Somehow we all survived. How did that happen?
We survived lawn darts.
Yes.
And let's be honest, we all threw them up in the air and ran away.
Yes, absolutely we did.
But that was the thing.
Oh, but did you ever play the game where you stood with your legs apart and you had to try to get between the guy's legs?
Yep, I think we played that.
That's like so. I mean, I admit that was stupid, but
yeah, but again, we were pretty cautious, and
yeah. I mean, we were usually pretty short, but we used to do that with a jackknife too.
Yep. So I mean, it's not that we didn't do stupid things.
Right. Yeah, I guess more are coming back to me now.
Yep. Oh man. Nah, yeah.
Crazy.
But there was no camera back in the day, and there was no video evidence, so everything's fine. No, we were perfectly safe.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh.
Well, now's about the time we should be thinking about a topic for next week.
We should, because we didn't really have one for this week, but I pulled the FIFA into it.
Well, but I also thought the perception versus reality gave us
It gives us, yeah, we can revisit that every time too on certain things.
Between that and definitions, and I mean, we always have stuff to fall back on if we don't.
Yeah.
Or if we get off track.
Oh, let's see. Let's think about what happened this week. What happened this week? Why is this week's or last week? Sorry, because this week's Monday, so nothing happened this week.
Well, I didn't work today, so trust me, I'm a little confused today in my head.
Oh, okay. Well, and yeah, this weekend, like I said, I took morphine 2 nights, and I'm just like, what day is it again?
Well, how about we get something Father's Day related?
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Sometimes I have a few, but
yeah, well, and to be fair, Father's Day and your birthday come pretty quick together.
They do.
Yeah.
And you know what? I remember when I was a kid thinking, because my mom's birthday was always approximately a week before Mother's Day. I always thought I got a raw deal on that one. And then as I started to think, as I got a little older and think about it, it's like, oh, wait a minute. Mine's only about a week away from Father's Day, like give or take.
Yeah, very similar, right?
Yeah. Like, what is Father's Day this year? Do you know?
This year it's the 21st.
Oh, yeah, then really close this year.
Really close this year.
Yeah. But we should do something Father's Day related.
Yeah. Father's Day product. That could be interesting.
Well, I figured you were going there anyway, so that's okay.
Well, happy Father's Day to me, because Mrs. Doe bought me another printer. So I can't tease her or taunt her for a week or two.
Whatever price she's willing to pay.
Right? I mean, what's that, Mrs. Doe? Yes, dear? Yes, dear.
Yes, dear. Sorry, dear. Can I get that for you, dear? All phrases work well.
She's calling me a jerk at this point. I'm just saying yes, dear. Not sarcastically,
Yeah.
just not taunting.
I jokingly warned Michelle, just so you know, I'm an asshole. And every once in a while, she'll go like, "You're such an ass." I said, "I told you."
Wait, it's not like
And
she.
then I always, and, I, and then sometimes I'll go, "But I'm yours forever."
Yeah, you're stuck
Oh
with it now.
goodness, yes, yeah. It's your own fault for what you did. But no, it's all good. We
It
actually
is.
have a lot of fun. It's just the outside world that causes the problems.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had her laughing at work today. She agreed. I can hear her from the kitchen at this point. She's getting the cavatappi ready.
The what?
The cavatappi. It's a type of pasta.
Okay.
Mrs. Doe, pull the steaks out and put them on the counter for a little bit too, please, if you wouldn't mind. So they warm up a little bit. Because you always want to bring your steaks to room temperature, or as close as
Yes.
possible.
I try to remember
Thank you,
that.
dear.
Sometimes I forget. I do try to remember that. Sometimes it doesn't always work, but
Yeah, no, sometimes it doesn't. It just gives you a little cooler
You
inside.
better print a lot of shit.
Yes, dear.
oh, well, what subtopic from Father's Day would work?
Subtopic.
Well, I mean, Father's Day is a
Really general, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we could talk about our, some of our memories from our dads, I mean, nobody's perfect.
Yeah,
And we
that's
can
a
have
good
good
point.
memories, bad memories. And we can, again, was it our perception or was it reality?
Actually, I don't mind that, actually, yeah. I mean, I'll have to think really hard. My memory's not as good as yours.
Yeah. Well, and the perception when I was a kid, and we'll just leave it in there, from when I was a kid to when I became an adult has changed, right?
Well, yeah, because you changed from son to father.
Well, it changed from just being a kid to being an adult.
Right.
Okay, well that's unfortunate. I mean, not all dads are good. That's fair.
Oh, I mean, I think we can both agree that we probably got more good than bad. Like,
We do, yeah. But I mean,
yeah,
like Shell said, hers was an ass, and there are bad fathers out there, but people who shouldn't be fathers.
right.
I hope that, like,
Well, and there's also, I mean, wow, maybe I'll leave that. I'm going to write this down. I'll leave that for next week, actually. Um, yeah,
yeah, because we don't want to get too much into it today.
yeah. Well, no, my supper's almost ready too. So, yeah, I think I'll leave that one.
Man, it's bright and sunny outside.
Oh God, it's beautiful here.
Yeah.
Like I said, it is so nice. I finally got out for like my first round of golf, and
It's
I mean,
really
that
only
felt really good.
only 21 degrees outside, but it's still not bad.
I mean, like, we're almost 7:45 and it's like full daylight still.
Yeah. Yeah. Not even cresting past the trees yet. I can still see it over the trees. But I mean, the longest day of the year is coming up next weekend.
Mm,
June 21st is the
that's
summer equinox.
right.
Longest day of the year.
Huh.
Which is
Well,
finding
see,
kind of funny that it happens on Father's Day this year.
yes. And because we've had such a shitty spring, it really sucks because I know it's very, very small, but it's not going to take very long
Before it starts getting dark.
the days are getting shorter.
Yeah.
Oh, what a bummer. Oh, well,
It was a crappy spring. It really was. It was just a crappy spring.
it was. It was, I mean, whatever. I mean, for me personally, like everything's messed up this year because of that. I
Yeah.
mean, some of the plants aren't doing as well as they did last year, and
I could see that, yeah. Which makes me
I
wonder
mean,
how it's going to
far
be for the
behind on
farmers.
yard work.
Yeah. Makes
Oh,
me
for
wonder how
sure,
the
yeah.
farmers are going to handle it, because I know down south there was still some seeding that hadn't been done, and it's getting almost too late at this point.
Yeah, yeah. It depends, honestly, with farming, and that's why I don't think I could do it. Well, okay, well, it's fine, it was late, but what if we have a good fall?
Yeah. What if we have a nice fall? Yeah.
And what if everything this summer goes perfect for them?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the, and
I
you know,
mean,
honestly, farmers have that resilience to take what nature throws at them and try to make the best of it, right? That I just, I don't think somebody who's not a farmer gets, because I don't get it. I think you know, I think they've got something that I'd like to tap into in that
mhm.
way. But yeah, I don't know that I can. I just don't know that.
Well, and you think about it, pretty much everything on their property, they know how to fix, or at least know how to farmer fix it.
Yeah, well, that's a huge thing. That's a lost art in itself. You know, a
Well,
lot of
that's
these.
why a lot of farmers were such good inventors.
Yeah,
It's like, well, I need something that's going to make this part of my job easier. What if I do this? There you go. Good idea.
yep, absolutely. And a lot of them came from backgrounds where they didn't have a formal teaching or technical degree in like welding and this and that, but they learned from their dad, and
Yeah.
they learned how to do it.
Right. We learn how to do it because you don't have time, and sometimes or the money to wait and spend on someone to come and do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I need it working now because I need to finish my job.
If we don't get the field in, we're in trouble. Like, I mean, let's go.
Yep. Yep. I mean, and that dates back to way back when, because you think about it, it was worse for them because they lived off everything they planted.
Yeah, yeah, that's wild. And like I say, it
So, I
just,
mean, winter was going to be pretty bad if you didn't get things done in the summer.
to have your um entire livelihood dependent on weather that can turn in an instant.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody. There's
Well,
something special about
I think
farmers like that.
insurance is a big thing for them.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
mean, you'd have to be insured to feel any kind of comfort.
yeah. So I'm thinking about it, and it just well, and that's why there is crop insurance, hail insurance, and stuff like that. Like, we had a neighbor across the street that used to work for Hail Insurance, and he'd spend like a lot of time on the road. So yeah, it's funny. Before he sold his house, I would he'd be on the road and he'd text me, "Can you pick up a package for me?" This, that, and the other thing. This one needs a signature. He bought like a box full of silver.
Silver?
Silver, like the precious metal. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
He was buying for like you buy gold to let it mature and as an investment, right?
Right.
And that's what he did with silver.
Huh.
So
Well, I remember back when I worked one of my early jobs in Jasper, I think the gold price back then was probably like $600 or $700, and that was considered like on the low end, right?
mhm.
Like, could you just imagine if you had the money to invest in gold back then,
Back
where
then,
you'd be now?
yeah, yep,
Yeah,
that would have been ideal. I mean, uh, we just didn't have the money to invest back then. That's the biggest
right.
problem. Because
Well, that's where that simple thing of you have to have money to make money.
yep, yeah,
You have to have the money to seize an opportunity when it comes up.
and the foresight to know an opportunity, like to understand an
Well,
opportunity.
for sure. Yeah.
And I don't think any of
Well,
us really.
You can find ways to get more money, but you're going to need money at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it would be nice to, just like investing in IBM stock back in the day would have been great.
Right. Or
You know.
Apple.
Or Apple. If only, right? If only.
Yeah, well, but even so when the market went to shit when COVID hit, I guess let's use those terminologies. So things were taking a nosedive, and I'm like, I know how this works now. I wish I had money to invest because things will bounce back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I didn't have money to do it. And I'm like, well, that sucks.
Yeah. That's the thing, right? It's just,
Or even 9/11 was another one,
yeah.
because a lot of the plane stocks took a hit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, they're going to bounce back.
Yeah,
And
because
then the stock
air
dropped,
travels.
and it's like, oh, I wish I could have bought some.
Yeah, air travel's not going away. So
No, God, no. But
yeah.
didn't have the money. Well, definitely didn't have the money back then.
No, it would definitely not for that stock. I wonder how much the stock prices would have been.
Well, you could look that up.
Yeah, I could. But we're running short on time, so it might be a curious
That's
thing
too
that I do
bad.
later.
I'd like to know those numbers. Well,
Oh.
I might. Well, it'd be whatever. We didn't have the money. We couldn't do it. No big deal, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep, it's no sense in making the wound worse.
Yeah. Well, I am generally a very curious person.
Me too.
So,
And I'll probably look that up later.
I've thought about this lots, and I haven't looked it up yet, but it comes up so much. I will look it up eventually.
There you go.
Well, it's not about how much you could have made. It's just how right was I? Because I mean, I know it happened. I know
Yeah.
it bounced back, but like, what were the possibilities?
Yeah. Would
I
it
mean,
have been?
I'm still not in a situation. Well, I mean, there's investments to be made. So I probably should still have some ideas about that kind of thing, I think.
Yeah. Well, And that's the key.
Not that I'm
Understanding.
going to do it, but I mean, if you're going to invest money with someone, they're going to give you information. You kind of want to like know what's
Yeah,
going
absolutely.
on a little bit, I would think.
I think gold is still a worthwhile investment. I don't think it's ever going to go down. So
That's why everyone buys it.
yeah. Yep.
Oh no, gold is the standard, right?
Yep. When yeah, you have to wonder if the world turns to shit, what are you going to have for currency, right? Bottle caps, according to Fallout. I don't know if you
Well,
I don't know if you've watched
if things went to hell in a handbasket like that, lead would be pretty popular too.
lead, the type of lead that I have.
Yes, but I actually do mean that kind of thing, not
Because that's the foremost weapon or foremost tool that would be needed.
right.
It makes the right stuff.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
How did we dance around that? I have no idea.
That was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think everyone knows what we're talking about, but I mean, wow, we did such a good job without.
We didn't have to say it at all. It makes the tools that keep society safe and fed.
Yeah.
And that's the key,
Crazy.
right? We were talking about that earlier, and what people don't realize, it's a tool that keeps society
Right.
safe and fed. That's
Well,
why everyone should
and the
have
thing
one.
is too, like, I mean, there, I think where perception is wrong, it's like, well, now you have this, you have to use it. No, that, the part of that whole thing is you don't have to.
Yeah.
The threat of you using it is good enough.
Sometimes the threat is all you need, and that's where I find that certain countries, like countries with low crime like Switzerland, who have open carry policies,
Right.
because honestly, what the consequences are, right? So to have a
Right.
solid policy, and then um, a solid protection for the citizen, it could solve a lot of crime just simply by the deterrent it poses.
Well, I
Right.
like this thing. So open carry, you think about it. Open carry gives you the perception of the reality is not going to end well.
Yeah.
So there's where perception is a really good thing.
And I can never see that happening in Canada. There's just too many people that are scared. They're just unnaturally afraid. But I do think that in having the ability, even having an acknowledge that people can do that, can conceal carry, it lets people know that there's people out there that are not just the police, that are going to could be that person right there, or the person you try to rob.
Right.
So it's a definite deterrent for crime.
Well, it's way better than any jail sentence,
Oh yeah,
in my
especially with the
opinion.
way they're the way they're on bail, like almost right away, and then they get this half-ass sentence from these activist judges.
Well, but even in the States, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's dead is dead.
yeah, and that's the thing. A criminal can understand that, right? The criminal
Yeah,
understands.
they do.
And everybody goes, well, no, you value your stuff more than their life. No, they value my stuff more than my life, than their life. It's not about me. It's my stuff and my life. I protect it as need be, as I see fit.
But the thing, but if they're coming in to steal stuff and I'm there, what's to say my life's not in danger?
Exactly.
So
What
screw
lengths are
them.
they? Exactly. That's the whole
Sorry,
point, right?
I got no problem with that.
Yeah. And honestly, down in Florida, there's one sheriff that said, if they're doing this stuff, we'd appreciate it if you just shoot them. It saves us a lot of time and paperwork.
Yeah, sure would. It makes sense.
Honestly,
it really, really does.
Can you imagine a society where criminals weren't the victim, but were actually treated as criminals when they committed a crime, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, he was such a nice guy, and he stabbed a girl. He broke into someone's house. He, whatever the case may be, he committed a crime. Criminals need to be held accountable, right? Because you never know how far they'll go, how much how far they'll take it just to get what they want, right? You don't. And I think as a law-abiding, peaceful individual, we should be allowed to protect ourselves from people who would, let's be honest, they violate our rights for safety and security just by breaking into the house.
I mean, oh shoot, I lost my train of thought. It was a good one too, darn.
That's one
No,
too
it
many
was
beer.
based on no. It was based on exactly what you're saying though. And I mean, forget now. Oh, it's so good. It happens to me lots.
Yeah,
You know what? It's happening more as I get older.
it will. Yeah, I find it happens to me too. As much as I can remember and stuff like that, it still happens to me. I just believe that anybody who's willing to deny you your rights has no rights. Is willing to you should never feel uncomfortable in your own home.
Well, yeah, no, for sure. Well, I mean, what's the use of having a home if you don't feel safe in it and protect it, or have the ability to protect it?
The mind-boggling thing is the Toronto police said, just leave your keys at the front door so that they can just take them and go.
Huh.
I mean, how is that protecting or serving in any way, shape, or form?
Well, you know what? I mean, I can see why they would say that. I don't agree with it, but I see why they could say it. But I'll tell you what, I don't think your insurance company would be okay with that.
No. And to be honest, neither should the police. The police shouldn't be saying, don't confront them, don't do anything. And again, this is where it comes down to the fact that the police need you to be to rely on them. They don't want you to rely on yourself. They don't like it when people rely on themselves because it doesn't create jobs for them.
Right. But, well, yeah. I mean, I still think that goes a little higher up the chain of command.
Oh yeah.
I think it's an overall principle. And I mean, I think that's just been kind of driven into them. I mean, that's what they're trained to do. That's their job.
Yep.
And
they're fed the same lie that we are, that they're there to serve and protect. No, they're there to investigate crimes after they happen.
Yep. I pointed that out to someone. I think that's awesome because we've talked about that lots. And I actually spread that to someone else. And when I said it, the look I got was, oh, yeah, that's right. I really thought that I felt that when I said it. It was like, because there was no response. It was like, oh, a light bulb just went on.
Well, and people don't even realize the lie they've been given. They see it as the truth, right? And that's what we're talking about: perception versus reality again. The perception is that the police are there to protect you. The reality is they can't.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. I mean, for all the cops that go into the job, and I was the same way. I would have gone into the job wanting to protect people. That's what I'd want to do. understanding that I couldn't would have hurt. Especially
Right.
when you look at all the child trafficking, and I could never do a job like with the child's trafficking and child all the children stuff. I could never do that. I would go insane. Just the anger would be, yeah, I couldn't do it.
No, I, it, I mean, even with them, I mean, it takes a special person to be able to say, I just got to do this because it has
Yeah.
to be done.
Yeah. You know, I would do the job
And
that had to be done, but I think it would scar me. Because
oh,
I think it scars them too. It's sad that there's anybody that has to
I
do
think
that.
it does.
It's sad that
Right.
there's that.
No, I think
That there's that happens in the first place, but it's like I applaud them for doing it. It's something I couldn't.
well, those policemen that have to go to, because we watch a lot of that crime stuff. They go to the crime scene, crime scene. There we go, of like children under 10 or like it's
Yeah. It's hard.
like how can you? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Like horrible.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's bad enough watching it on TV, to be honest.
yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, I can't watch those. I can't. Those are the ones that really get me. I can watch, you know, I can watch the gruesome murders of like that when they had a documentary on Jeffrey Dahmer or John Wayne Gacy.
okay, yep,
I even read books about the Hill Stranglers, right? And it's because I was interested in the psychology behind these serial killers, like
right,
what made them do what trauma in their life did they incur to get to a point where killing helpless people made them feel better, or even Dexter. Watching Dexter, you think, okay, I get it. So he's a high functioning sociopath, right? Who
right,
can fake emotion.
right,
But I found it quite interesting, just the psychology behind it.
right. Actually, I said if I ever went back to school just to learn because I'm bored, I would go into that field.
Oh, absolutely. Like specifically crime psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fascinating. I would find that interesting.
Yeah.
So, well, it is after
Yes.
8. We should
I better
probably.
run for a second.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get a raid going here, and we'll go over to Gingy, who just started. I was kind of waiting for her.
Oh, good.
So,
Well, that worked.
yeah. So we're just gonna.
And what does she do when she does her show or stream? Sorry.
Looks like she's playing Grand Theft Auto, so I might actually
Oh,
join her for a bit after I get supper done.
And you like by join her, you mean you go play with it?
Oh, right, we've got yeah, go play with her, but we have to do something before that. So, but yeah, I might go and play with her after I'm done doing what I got to do. So let's start the raid here. Invalid username, right? Now let's take the @ out, and that should do it.
I
There
am
we go.
gonna have to get you to give me a tutorial pretty soon. I'm trying to get my whole camera thing set up for darts though.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I know I've just been lazy with it.
That's okay. We got a raid started. We don't have a raid message, so just go in and say hi. Wait, let's make a raid message real quick here. I can make a raid message real quick.
Yeah, the Stanley Cup finals are over. No ball game. I'm gonna go through some withdrawal here pretty soon.
Through withdrawal. Oh my goodness.
Sports withdrawal.
Source withdrawal. And let's copy that and then go. Copy. We're gonna be going soon. So
Mind you, we have the Riders now, don't we?
yes, we do. Their first game was the other night.
Actually, that worked out well. Unfortunately, I had to listen to most of it on the radio.
Oh,
I
did you?
watched the last little bit of it, and looked pretty entertaining.
It wasn't a bad game. Oh, we're on.
So now it's just you and I because because of the raid.
Yep, but I got to stop the